1, 2. Check, check.
Peter in helicopter.
You're down with the sound.
Falling, flying over. Falling in helicopter. Sussex to Manchester. Peter coming over. Manchester to Sussex. Little Peter with the biggest. Falling in helicopter. Peter in helicopter. Falling, flying over.
1, 2. Hi, with Scott. I'm Super Chuffer.
Falling in helicopter.
It's midnight. It's always midnight.
Falling in helicopter.
This is Nutterwatch. This is Battery Exhausted, my channel.
In helicopter.
It's Nutterwatch.
Falling, flying over. Falling in helicopter.
Alright, stop your messing. Stop your messing. Hi, yeah, you're with Scott. I'm Super Chuff for all that business. Earlier we did a show. I'm just noticing my camera's a bit different because of earlier. Earlier we did a show on Super Chuffer of all places, and we had a little look at Nicola Bulley's stuff. Recent preview of the documentary that's coming out, new footage, clips, Paul Ansell, CCTV, and 999 call. So if you haven't seen that yet, get over to Super Chuffer. Well, not now. You're watching this now, but you know it exists, and it is Friday, and it is of course Nutterwatch. The video that was just playing there is a video of Arnott, Peter Folding, and Luke flying in a helicopter. They're both wankers as far as I'm concerned. The video is very poorly shot, and it was actually a live stream of all things. Peter Folding looks like he's stressed the whole time. They make the same joke over and over again. We've looked at it. It's actually, here's a video on this channel. If you haven't seen it, there's a video on this channel of my react to that, my full react to that. Tonight we're not really looking at that, although it was good for the song, wasn't it? We're not really looking at that. What we're actually looking at tonight is this nutter down the rapids. You can see him with his passport in his mouth like a little cheeky chuffer. Going to be looking at his TikToks. We're going to be looking at one of Angry Allen's TikToks. Where's my background music? Because of folding in helicopter, I didn't plan any background music. Great, nice and organised, relaxing. I'm already finding it stressful. Relaxing background music, please. We're going to be looking at Angry Allen, but just one of his TikToks, because we covered him a little earlier in the week, and for a bit of fun, for a bit of extras, God entered into my body, a body the same size, another lost boy out there. He's been popping up the stuff, you know, he's been popping some stuff up. So we'll have a look at, he's done a couple of actual videos. They're kind of short, plus so are his shorts. His shorts have gone black and white recently, Bob. But there was one where we nearly saw his winky as well. Like he's still doing it. There's a lot of it, and I haven't kept up, but I should have done. He's got himself a new car and all sorts, and he's done that all over again. He's done that all over again. So you'll be looking at that. So that's on your agenda today. Your main course is actually down the rapids today. Your dessert is Bob, and a little aperitif, a little what would you call it? A amuse-bouche. Your starter portion. Here's your starter for 10. I'm going to give you the starter parter. Listen up, pay attention. Write up my name with a magic marker. Scott too hot to mention. We'll start off with this mess of a man. And I'm not going to play a load of politics, but I just want to show you something funny. This is his most recent TikTok. It's actually got quite a lot of views. I think he's got an eggy with the fact he's only getting 300 views a TikTok, so he decided to buy some again, because there's no difference between this and his other TikToks. But check this out. This is so weird the way this works. Look. Will it work?
Breaking news from
Breaking
the Labour
news.
Party conference. The conference itself has voted to reverse the cut to winter fuel allowances, which is an embarrassing blow to Prime Minister Starmer.
Interesting stuff. What are you looking at on your computer there?
I'm a cat. Oh dear.
What you're looking at there, Alan, is this article from Sky News, where it says Labour conference vows to reverse cut to winter fuel allowance in embarrassing blow to Starmer. The motion was put forward by the trade union Unite, which has accused the government of embarking on austerity Mark II. Alan will continue to try to read. Labour members at the party's conference have voted in favour of a motion calling for ministers to reverse their cut to the winter fuel allowance in an embarrassing blow to Keir Starmer. Whilst there's nothing binding about the vote, it puts further pressure on the Labour leadership. Even I can't do it. I was going to have to read all the words without making a mistake to see how Alan was an idiot, but I made a mistake. We're all human, except for Alan, who's a bastard, horrible nonce. While there's nothing binding about the vote, it puts further pressure on the Labour leadership over its controversial decision to take away the benefit from millions of pensioners. It's political. Yes, it's chuffing political. Everything's chuffing political, right? It's boring as well, because for 5 years you've got this. Might as well just, get on with your life. But, Alan's we discussed it, an idiot. And if you think yourself, if you're out there in TV land, if you're out there in Chufferland and you think, oh, that's Starmer, the news has got me angry about that Starmer, then question who owns the news and why they're making you angry about Starmer, and if you're thinking the same as Alan, because if you are, then you might as well consider, Alan's not very smart, he's a dummy, the things he thinks and does is always stupid, so this is stupid, but he's reading this same article from Sky News. The exact same article as I just read you. So, if that's worth a TikTok, then...
The trade union Unite have accused the government of embarking on austerity Mark II. I've got a picture to show the hands. It was almost unanimous. The members on the floor, these are members of the Labour Party, voted in favour of a motion calling for ministers to reverse their cut of the winter fuel allowance. It's an embarrassing blow to Sir Keir Starmer. But there's nothing binding about the vote, but it does put pressure on the leaders over its controversial decision to take away benefits from millions of pensioners. It's all wrong, isn't it? Sharon Graham, the General Secretary of Unite, moved the proposal by quoting Labour's election-winning...
Okay. So that's not very good, is it? Content-wise. It's just not very good. But somehow, that's his patron, sorry, I want his TikTok. Somehow, and this is always a surprise to me, in amongst the 400, 200, 900, 300, 900 views, he's got 38,000 views on that one. So that's a turn up for the books. Turns out if you read the recent Sky News article into a TikTok like that, you get 30,000 views. It's not hard on TikTok, is it? Although every other TikTok you've done that's the same hasn't got that number of views. So it's not like there's a pattern emerging. Well, the only pattern emerging is the fact that when you panic and feel weird at night when you're drunk or whatever, you buy views to make yourself feel happy. It's a bit sad. That's Alan for the week. Although we did Alan this week, if you haven't seen, we did a midweek Nutterwatch. You've seen, haven't you? You've seen, you know. Big ups Retro Girl, hello you. Big ups Mellow Maggot, big ups Dover and Dotty's mom. Big ups Deborah Rabbit. Dover and Dolly's mom, are we revealing to the public about the weather conditions in your part of the world or anything like that? Are we or are you keeping that on the down low? I don't know. Try and be vague. I don't know. Maybe I should just talk to you in try and be vague. So Alan's bad. That's Alan for the week. We've got others to look at who are bad in equal measure. Aren't or are bad. We've got Paul Arnott, for example. When we were looking at him in the week, so basically we did a Nutterwatch on Wednesday, and I did a big chunk of Alan, and I did a few of these as well, his mouldy hotel room. So I've already covered that on this channel, but we'll trek back to, he caught fleas, he went to hospital. We've already seen that last week. We'll start a food review, and I might, tread over the same ground as I did on Wednesday a little bit, but they're only short TikToks, so we'll start a food review.
So it's 9:30 in the evening, guys. I've just woke up. I've ordered dinner. Let me know what you think. So there's two parts to this order, guys. The first bit's the food, and then I ordered from somewhere else to get some...
Because I do think this really proves what a knob he is. Beyond all doubt. If you're just jumping into this story midway through, Paul Arnott is a self-professed, well, say self-professed, Isla Tracura professed mountaineering expert who was searching for Jay Slater. That's not the real story here. The real story is he's a deceptive knobend who is in India eating... He's in India sampling the delights of the country.
Drinks. So this first part, the food, this cost about £7. So let's see what we've got. In here we have, I have no idea, Italian. I had to go for Italian. As you guys know, I spent quite a lot of time growing up in Italy, so let's test this food. I'll tell you if it's like Italian food or not. If I can open it. Oh my goodness, it's like a Christmas present. There we go, right, let's have a little look. Oh, it came with a spoon as well, fantastic. So
Right, there we go, look, it's fine. Dover and Dolly's mom is in the path of that hurricane. Hurricane Chuffing Face, whatever it's called. And we were going to be keeping it up with Hurricane Helen. And our thoughts go out to Dover and Dolly's mom at this time while they have to hide in the basement from Hurricane Helen. So... Now, I keep looking for a bit of video where it's going to show you, like, you know, actual videos, but it's all... there's not many good videos of it that I can find on the internet, but we're storm watching behind the scenes, keeping an eye on Hurricane Helen, hoping that Dover and Dolly's mum's alright.
I believe I know what this is. Yeah, macaroni cheese. Let's have a quick
Macaroni
taste.
cheese. You're in India. You're in India. I made this point on Wednesday already. I'll reiterate very quickly at the start of today's episode. You're in India. You've ordered macaroni cheese.
Have a quick taste of the macaroni cheese. Let's see what it's like. Yeah, that's okay. I've definitely had worse. It's quite tasty. It's just...
I really wonder about Paul Arnott, whether he watches... like, there's currently a crop of really popular live streamers, and a different generation almost to the KSIs and Jake Pauls that he probably grew up on. And I wonder whether he watches iShowSpeed and Kai Cenat and people like that or not. I just wonder it. I don't know. It's just an interesting question that I've got that no one could answer.
The cheese has got a lot of flavour. Like, it's... I don't know what cheese that is, but that's so strong. What is in this box? What is in this box? Oh, garlic bread. Nice.
Garlic bread. It's not a surprise to you because you ordered it.
Let's test the garlic bread. Very similar to what we get in the UK, just like French baguette with like garlic butter on the top and... That is so good, that is so good. And then, instead of ordering a big pizza, I thought these would be quite small, so I ordered 2 of these.
Instead of ordering a big pizza,
They are the same. And these are called the giant pizza slices.
I ordered things called giant pizza slices, which I assumed would be small.
And they are a lot bigger than I thought, so let's check this bad boy. Oh wow, that is
They're called giant pizza slices.
huge. That is huge. Fair.
So if you ordered a small pizza, you wouldn't have ordered a big pizza and you wouldn't have this problem. Instead of ordering a big pizza, I ordered the giant slices, which I thought would be smaller than a big pizza. But I've got a problem because they're a bit bigger than I thought. It's not a major problem, but like you could have just ordered a small pizza.
That is like the size of my head almost.
It's just a normal pizza slice off a big piece of pizza.
We've got 2 of these.
And it's making me angry because he's in India and he's ordered himself takeaway pizza.
Salty and crunchy. So
What?
that's the food. Now time for the drink. So this part to the
Cheeseburger.
meal cost me about £8. Let's see what we've got.
Cheeseburger. He could have got a cheeseburger. He also ordered McDonald's.
And yes, I know it's not healthy. I couldn't care less.
I couldn't care less that it's not healthy.
I need some sugar. I'm not going to drink it all at once. This will keep me going throughout the night, so I'll be awake all night. So what have we got in here? Iced coffee. Very.
It will keep him going all night because he's going to be awake all night. I don't know why.
Very nice. What have we got in? Okay, so this is like a fruit smoothie kind of thing. Very nice. Then in here we have got Coca-Cola. Very nice.
But he's got himself all kinds of fast food and sugary drinks. Keep himself awake all night tonight.
And this Coca-Cola. Very nice. So, to be fair, the Coca-Cola is very watered down out here. So we've got a few drinks in there. What else did we? What's in here? I actually can't remember. Oh, yay, warm fruit juice.
And one little fruit juice for...
What is it? Mixed fruit juice. And
No,
they're
two
both
little fruit juice for two little...
so warm. Made with juice, puree and pulp. Delicious. Oh yes, and ice cream as well. I'm not going to open it just yet. Actually, yeah, I am, because I need to show you guys. This is just like chocolate fudge ice cream, which is like, how can I do it without tipping everywhere? It's like, oh, sugar. Okay. That's going to get sticky and will attract ants. So I need to clean that up now. And they've also sent me a free spicy burger, which I will not eat. So we'll go. I can't even give this to the animals because it's spicy. I'll see if one of the boys at reception wants it. But that's my meal, guys.
Going to see if the boys at reception want that spicy burger. We commented on that last time. Okay. So he's had a great time reviewing the food, and then...
You know what, guys? I am sick and tired of giving my clothes to the hotels to go wash for me.
He's sick and tired of giving these clothes to the washwalla to go and wash it for him in his mouldy hotel room, yeah?
Only for my clothes to come back smelling even worse than they did before.
Because they come back smelling bad.
Or for there to be rips in my clothes. And my final straw was the other day when
So he's managed to fix this anyway. He's got a plan because he's not getting his washing done properly. And his plan is to cover his clothes in conditioner. We've already covered this on Wednesday, so if you want the full Frank and first react, then go back and check the other video. But
it's on. Perfect. How does this come out? Okay. Do you reckon that's enough?
I reckon that's enough since it's all the conditioner you seem to have. Travel light, get rid of all your conditioner by squeezing it all out onto your clothes under running water. That'll clean them. Okay. Next, now we're going to move into videos that I haven't seen before, and I haven't like. And this one looks like, see, it's Catching Ferry in India, and this one's landscape as well. It looks like they might be off his YouTube, so I could watch it on maybe on his YouTube, but we'll just watch it this way. We'll go through his TikToks. We'll check that we don't. We'll check his YouTube in a second to see if we're covering or maybe if they're YouTube videos and they're in landscape, I should watch them on his YouTube actually. Because it might be easier for us. Oh, he double bubbles on the upload. On YouTube, he's getting. This was 4 days ago. Eating street food. Arrived at Elephanta Island, Indian ferry to Tiny Island, lost my passport in that order. Time to leave, that's 2 weeks ago, we watched that, and these have got 100 views, 100 views, 100 views, so it's really dead, this channel, yeah? On TikTok, he's gone for catching a ferry, fixing a broken bag, eating street food, mouldy hotel room, rainforest treks, lost my passport. So they're in slightly different order, I think. What we're saying, eating street food, arrived at the island, caught a ferry. And here we've got catching a ferry, eating street food. So ferry first, then street food here. And on this, we've got street food first, and then the ferry. So they're like one of them's not right, is it? Like if you're sort of charting the chronological journey, the things in as they happen in order, one of these isn't right, and I don't know which one and why. But they're not quite in order. But I'll watch his YouTubes first now because they're in landscape and I like landscape videos, and then we'll switch back to his TikTok and see what's going on. Yeah. Some boring events there, not much to see. What you mean? Well, I'm going to cover his content and take a look at it, and today's the day. We did a bit this week already, and not every Nutterwatch has to be explosive. Sometimes it can just be a bit of fun. That's definitely going to be the case this week, as we've got Bob on again. Look. It says an attack raccoon guards God's van. Oh no, there's a raccoon. There is a raccoon. There's a raccoon underneath his van. There's a raccoon underneath his van. A raccoon like the holy van of God and the official motor car of the Lord, it says, with a bit of Fleetwood Mac on top. I'll turn off the Fleetwood Mac. There's a raccoon under his van. A raccoon? How would you say that? Raccoon? Raccoon. Raccoon? There's a raccoon under his van. You'd say it differently to your American, wouldn't you? How do you pronounce raccoon? You can't tell me in chat, can you? Because you can't... you can't, in chat.
This is the evergreen forest. quiet, peaceful, serene. That is until Bert Raccoon wakes up.
Bert Raccoon. Hang on.
That is until Bert Raccoon wakes up.
Raccoon. I'm like raccoon, as if there's an apostrophe there. Raccoon. And he's saying...
That is until Bert Raccoon...
Raccoon. Raccoon. And I'm raccoon. You're like raccoon. You like the raccoon. You've not seen Bob's van. Wasn't looking good, was it? Alright. Eating Indian street food.
Dumpling. You call them memus. Dumplings. Very tasty, guys. Very tasty. Sometimes they have like chicken in them, and yeah, just delicious. Very tasty. Very cool place. We love it. We love.
Sounds busy. I did comment on this on Wednesday as well, that the flashing lights are caused by him using a GoPro and it not being synced with the lights. I don't know if you know this, but lights in your house are flashing on and off as we speak. If you're using one of those modern energy bulbs and whatever, the lights actually flash on and off very quickly. I think maybe not on the mod. I don't know. Like they do anyway, right? Fluorescent and stuff, and you don't see it because your eyes, they're not quick enough. But a camera is, so you have to set it to the right settings, otherwise it flashes funny. But if you've got a camera that you bought in England and you're filming lights in England, then it will be set to the same settings, won't it? But when you go to India, you need to change the settings.
We love it. I'm excited to try these momos. How do you say it? Momo or Momo? The dumpling. Momo. Cool place. Very cool place, guys. I don't know what they are, but they look really cool.
It looks like a bun. Hey, there's one. What do you call one of them? What do you call a bread roll with stuff in it? I know it's a sandwich, yeah, but what would you call it? Is it a cob? Is it a bun? Is it... We've done this question before, haven't we? But is it a cob? Is it a bun? Come on in chat. Liven up now. I've got you as top chat, that's why, not live chat. That's stupid of me. Live chat, that's everything. Cob or a bun? Or a bread roll? Or like, if you're going to order that, like a cheese roll, I'd order a cheese roll or a cheese... But is it a bap? You see, bap, Seb's coming with bap. Like, if I was having a... Like, I'm not ordering a cheese roll or a... What's the other one? On the hog roast, which I now see is like barbaric and whatever, but on the hog roast, like, a pork bap, I'd call that, even though I would also quite happily call that a bun or a cob. I'd probably say cob. Depends where you're from in the country, doesn't it? We're not having a lot of people with their opinions being voiced in chat here. I'm surprised you're not as devoted and committed to comment on whether this is a bread roll or a bap as you are on other topics. I thought this would be a very important and controversial, if not divisive issue. But there's a few. You've given him a few different answers there. I'm pleased with that. Is that an Irish name there? Are you got an Irish name? Is that Bappy's Irish a thing? Is it an Irish is a Bap? I'm pretty sure a barm, I've never heard that. I'm pretty sure that a Sammy, that's the American for you there. The Americans have got different ideas on this completely. I'm pretty sure that it depends on where you are from, mainly. But like bread shaped into that shape is commonplace throughout the world, isn't it? So I'm surprised there isn't a sort of like universal, like definitive, like, when a burger is on a bun as well, like a burger is definitely a bun, like they've cut it, it's like a bun, yeah, burger bun. But in America they call that a sandwich, but a sandwich to me is on 2 slices of bread. So just because it's bread components with stuff in the middle doesn't make it a sandwich to me. So does it matter what's on it as well? Like if it's an egg on it, is it an egg bap? And if it's chips, is it a chip butty? Does it matter what? It's okay, you're just exhausted, you're right. Big ups. So is it about where you're from, or is it about what's on it, maybe? Well, in India as well, I bet in India they don't call it any of the things of what you've called it. Like, he's asking the man what the man calls it. He's got a man with him who's like helping him, but he doesn't get him on camera, and he's asking him what he calls it. And then this guy's got a hairnet on, and he doesn't care. Just selling them. Call it what you want.
How do you say it? Momo or...
Behind them, they've got all pineapples hanging up for the juice bar.
The dumpling. Very cool place. place, very cool place, guys. As well. I don't know what they are. But they
I don't know what they are. They're sandwiches, they're baps, they're buns, they're rolls, they're sandwich, they're big baps. They're bam cakes, barn cakes.
Oh wow, look at this.
Oh wow, look at this. And this is contrived. He said, like, you know, we're filming it, so hold it out. And the guy doesn't like serve it like a normal person would, like just by putting it down and giving it to you. He sort of presents it for the camera. And it's some of those little dumplings. I had them earlier in my I had well, not super noodles, they've got the Korean writing on them, but you know, ramen noodles, and I put the Korean dumplings in it as well. They're like that. I think you can get them out of the freezer bit from Tesco's.
Good man, good man.
Bit of mango chutney and a bit of yogurt as well. But take it back. I don't know why he takes it back.
I think it's
Where's he took that? What's going on there? So, thanks very much. Thanks very much. No, I'm taking it back now. Okay, thank you. Like, what?
I think it's a little bit hot. Plate's a little bit hot. So yeah, they're going to bring it over for us.
Okay, there it is now. We're going to eat it here. With these two men looking at us.
Right, he's moving.
He spots him, he spies him, looking at him. Oh, hello you. Hello you.
Oh, good camera.
This is, look, he's smiling at him, this man. This is something I didn't spot the first time round that I looked at it. He's giving him the big smile, yeah? And he's waved at him and said hello. And look what he sat in front of. Chicken burger. 79 rupees, chicken burger. This man has been selling this man chicken burgers, hasn't he? They've been involved in a chicken burger transaction, that's what I think. Because he's really happy to see him. He's waved at him, and he's sat in front of the sign that says chicken burger. And chicken burger's your favourite, isn't it, Paul Arnott? Chicken burger's your favourite. I don't care about you pretending to eat these dumplings. I think you're going to be ordering a chicken burger, and I think this man has made an awful lot of money out of selling chicken burgers to you over the last few days.
Say hello.
Hello, king of the chicken burger.
Hello. So yeah, what's in these? Chicken or vegetable?
What's in these?
Okay, chicken. Let's try it. I'm
Chicken.
going to try the sauce because the sauce is normally straight up.
He said, I'm going to try the sauce, but he didn't. He went in completely raw. Completely naked, completely raw. I don't agree with this as a technique. I think this is, you know, if you're provided with a bland exterior to your dipping, like fingery dipping food, and you're given two dips, I think we're going to need to see some dipping. I don't know why he doesn't go for the dip. He's gone straight in raw like that. Straight in raw. He does look like he's getting thin, doesn't he? He does look like really thin. Like, uncomfortably so.
It's definitely spicy. Very hot, but very tasty.
Who's he thumbs up at? You're giving someone a thumbs up there. This chuffer in the kitchen over here, giving him a thumbs up. They're talking to him and he's giving him a thumbs up. He doesn't understand what they're saying, he's just giving him a thumbs up.
Very hot.
And then someone reaches in and takes a dumpling off with bare hands here, just one of the other people that he's with. This person in the red jacket is obviously his guide or someone or something. I questioned whether it was someone on social media, didn't I? Like whether there's like, you know, if I went out to India, I'm a mid-range social media person. Like I could probably go on social media in India and say, hey, I'm in social media, I've got a TikTok, does anyone want to join me? And if you've got a certain number of followers or whatever, come out and show me how to get around India. Like you might do some networking like that, and those people might join you and, you know, act as friends, or you might hire a guide. But it's strange just to have someone there with you that you know, like he doesn't ostensibly have any friends in India, but now he's got one who's helping go around and do stuff with him, but they don't seem to want to be on camera, so that would make it seem maybe not like a social media person. It's a bit weird.
You can try this. This is not a spicy sauce.
And he's like, try the sauce, the white sauce, and Paul's saying no. No, mate.
Very nice, bro.
No, not at all trying that sauce. And that's the end of that. So we ate one dumpling and now he's getting a chicken burger. Like, there's no way he's not getting a chicken burger. That place said chicken burgers, and the man was all smiling about the chicken. That place was chicken burger central, mate. Right, arrived at Elephanta Island.
Have made it, guys.
We have made it, guys, and the we he's talking about this time may include
We have
this man to the left of him in the yellow, who appears to sort of be with him.
made it, guys, to Elephanta Caves, and this place is so cool.
But it just like stays just off to the left and slightly off camera, maybe. Right.
Actually, like a little island. There's loads of stalls everywhere. I just think this place is awesome. I really do. I think we're gonna head over the back. I'm really excited to see this place for myself. I'm really excited to show you guys as well. There's like loads of people
Looks like a little covered market.
eating, jewellery. Oh, I just trod in the puddle. More stalls over here. Different types of food. Jewellery. Oh, I just trod in the puddle. More stalls.
He's got a bottle of Sting. I don't know what Sting is, but he's got a bottle of it. I think it's probably better to be drinking bottled drinks that are like capped and stuff than the street drinks he was drinking before, but yeah.
Over here. Different types of food, biscuits, more merchandise you can buy, even masks.
Oh, even masks. Do you know what I like? Is when someone goes around with a film camera, like he's doing, like with a phone, sorry, goes around and just literally says out loud. I mean, I'm doing a little bit today, say what I see, but he didn't know there was going to be masks. There they are. And he goes, oh, you can buy masks. I know you can, because I can see it myself on your video. But you're like third party explaining it to me, having just seen it yourself just exactly now. So like the commentary, like the sort of uninformed commentary. This is the magic shop, apparently. Learn magic tricks in 2 minutes only. So it's basically like a sort of, it's more of a magic, when I say magic, you know, it's not real magic, is it? It's like, you know, toys and stuff. Whatever, and there's masks up as well. Yeah.
Halloween, which is really cool, guys. Those are shells. It's really nice.
Was it for Halloween? I don't know if it is for Halloween.
Nice. More stuff, more food stuff over here. Empty stalls over here. Oh my goodness, it's an actual monkey. Bro, oh my goodness, look at the monkey, bro. Hold on, this is insane. Baby monkey, big monkey. That's crazy, bro. I'm just gonna get a picture of the monkey. That's crazy.
Bro, I'm just gonna get a picture of the monkey. So is this person that he's with is like, you know, guiding him, isn't it?
A picture or?
Oh no, it's filming. Try get it.
Sorry, what? His interaction with this guy's a bit weird. Like,
Hold on, this is.
Like you almost get a sense that with Paul Arnott that he's kind of condescending off camera and like a bit talky down here, and like it's just the kind of way he's like, I don't know, it's recording. Like,
This is insane. Baby monkey, big monkey. That's crazy, bro. I'm just gonna get a picture of the monkey. That's crazy.
A picture or?
Oh no, it's filming.
a picture or I don't know, it's filming. No, he didn't seem too bad, did he? But he's giving him the camera. You film me.
Try get it.
Yeah, there are lots inside. Yeah, you can take one.
Oh my goodness. They're a hungry monkey.
He's diseased. You see his throat?
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He says he's diseased. You see his throat?
Guys, check out these monkeys. We've got this
And
monkey
Paul's like, yeah, whatever. This one's got a disease. Let's film him on TikTok.
over here. He's a bit poorly. You can see his throat. However, this
He's a bit poorly.
one, he's loving the sweet. There's a red face. Look at that. Oh my goodness. One just threw him up there. Literally just threw a bowl. I'm a little bit worried. It's not crazy. But bro, he's after my drink.
And
What's
here's
the dude doing taking the phone off him?
the biggest monkey.
Hey, you take it. That bastard tried to take
And here is the biggest monkey.
bro, he's after my drink.
And here's the biggest monkey.
Hey, you take it.
This dude seems alright.
Bro, he's after my drink.
And here's the biggest monkey.
Hey, you take it. That bastard tried to take my drink.
Yeah, I know. When he was approaching.
And that just cuts there. It's weird, isn't it? The way it's just like little tiny segments of them hanging out. And like it seems like he's trying to, like in one way, if he's just going on holiday and he's just taking a few snaps to keep people updated because it's social media, that's one thing, that's fair enough. But it seems like he's trying to create a social media presence and, you know, like in some way, I don't know, like earn off it. And yet he's reticent to really upload much in the way of content, like just really short clips like that, like a minute. I don't know, maybe I'm looking at it as a YouTuber's perspective, back to his TikTok, because these are based, they were TikToks that have been uploaded here to YouTube, aren't they? But he's not doing like that Indian street food, 2,700 views, not particularly good. Mouldy hotel room, 10k views. We watched it already, but Right, so I think we've watched Catching the Ferry in India. Let's see Fixing Broken Bag.
It's about 10 o'clock in the morning.
So this should have ended up on YouTube, I think, but didn't for some reason.
We're going to go catch a ferry. Hey, so I've got Vipal down there. Just need to fix his bag. His zip on his bag broke yesterday.
Did you say my pal or Bipal? Was it the name of the guy?
Loads of people shopping already. It's super early. I think we're going to come to this guy and see if he can fix the bag. Nah, we're going to go to a different guy. Cross the road, guys.
Okay, so at this point, I don't know how well off his friend is, but I would just say, look, that bag shop had fucking loads of bags, and I'm from the UK, and this is India, so those bags are like £2 each. So I just buy you 2 bags. You can have both of them. Fuck it. Just buy the bloke a bag and just get on with it.
Pretty busy. This way. I think this is the guy.
You got all your North Face bags.
I think we found a guy who fixes the bags and everything. And there's loads of cats about.
Or maybe this is a good bag that he wants fixing. So
this is really cool. You can literally just bring your bag to the side of the road. And the guy
this is really good. You can literally just bring your bag to some dude at the side of the road. I wish we had that in England.
For you. It's quite busy out here at the moment as well, guys. It's got like a box of tools down there. Scissors, a new zip as well.
He's having his bag re-zipped.
He's also got the polishing stuff down there. So I don't know, maybe he cleans the shoes as well. Very cool, guys. Very cool.
Follow. And then we had mouldy hotel room.
It's not even 12 o'clock in the afternoon here.
And he's complaining about his mouldy hotel room. So that was bad. We've seen that. Okay, rainforest treks.
So your boy woke up feeling extra ambitious today, guys. I decided I wanted to climb this huge ass hill. Look at the vegetation.
I'm sorry, what? I'm glad we do this, you know, chuffers. This was from his previous excursion, wasn't it? From...
So guys, here I am in Goa. I'm just on the beach and I am absolutely in love with this place. It is so stunning. I just can't stop.
Is it this? You know, he was there with those fishing boats. And,
Good morning, everybody. How are we doing? We've just come to this like outside area. There's like a boat over here.
not that bit. Like, didn't he go to, why does it seem out of order, out of sync?
Moments in life, guys, where we all have to do stuff. This water is not clean. It's actually...
I feel like I'm living in a time warp, like in some sort of weird time warp, because I'm sure I've already seen a video of him. He was coming in from the sea. There was boats on the shore, like little fishing boats. And he was like, those blokes on the rock, those boys on the rock. You know, that one where he's swimming around in the sea. Is that gone now? Is that gone? Like, this TikTok content as well, the way it's like a minute of video, a minute of video, a minute of video. And there's so much of it. But in that, he said, there's a big hill and I want to climb up it. And he went a little bit up it and then he stopped and came down. Do you remember? Big ups, Everest. Thank you for your membership. You've unlocked the buttons.
Fact. Bang.
I'm a cat.
Do's and don'ts.
Same. The exact same.
Oh no.
I never went without a real drink in all my time in the Rovers.
That one was paddling a poo. But do you remember what I'm saying? You remember, you know it happened, don't you? About him travelling to that place and... Am I tripping? Does anyone... I'm not tripping, am I? That already happened. Didn't it? Oh, that bit already happened. And now we've got it again. But it seems like it's not up on his... What's throwing me off here is I thought I'd just scroll back and find the video, but I just can't seem to do that. And I'm thinking, has he deleted or changed things around, or is it just... it's not me... It feels like I'm being gaslit by his TikTok. Do you know what I mean? But I know what we covered in the past. You know, if I can remember it in my mind, then it's something that I remembered seeing, isn't it? And it was after the turkey teeth. Big ups, Mellow Maggot. Thank you for the gifted membership. Thank you.
Battery exhausted. I have no fucking clue what you're talking about or who you're talking to. That's the problem.
It wasn't the beach poo. It was. He'd gone to a new place, and it was a isolated sort of beach thing. And he went in the sea, and there were some boys on the. You know, he swam out into the sea, and he was like, "Oh, it's a bit, you know, deep or whatever, and I need to swim back." And like there were some people on the rocks, and he was like, "Oh, they can save me." And when he moved back onto the beach, there was some fishing boats, and he was like, "These people," like, and I said something along the lines of, "It's a very poor, impoverished community of like fishing people." Then, yeah, and there was like a hill he wanted to climb up. And he said, "I want to go up this hill." So, and then he climbed halfway. And I was saying, like, he's not even wearing the right shoes for it. Like, he got like 5 minutes up it, and then he decided to trek back down, didn't he? And like, you know, there was a bit of video from it. It's kind of annoying me now in a way, but not in a big way. But I'm pretty sure that was a week and a half ago. Maybe it's on his YouTube, maybe it's not. See, his YouTube's different now, isn't it? He deleted some stuff and put different stuff up, like first day in India, including that with the little boys there, look, still there. Day 2 in India, that came after landed in Mumbai, craziest supermarket ever, eating Indian street food. First day in India. Like, you know, it doesn't feel chronologically right, but McDonald's in India. So yeah, that footage of him, I believe it was in Goa. Oh, he's still got the video of the kids up. Look, these kids have skills. He's still got that up. That footage of him in Goa then. Like, where is that? Exploring Agonda. Maybe it's not Goa, maybe it's Agonda, maybe it's this one. And because TikTok's giving me the chuff about, I'm just going to switch to Explorer. Am I? Not Explorer, what's it called? Come on, your brain. Edge. Just switch to Edge. It'll play over here. Rainforest Tracks.
So you boy.
So Rainforest Tracks or Exploring Agonda. Hang on.
So guys, here I am at Agonda Beach. And
so this was put up 9/14? 14th of the 9th, 2 weeks ago.
It's absolutely
Or longer.
crazy. I've been in this area for like, what, 3 days now. And I haven't actually come to the beach. I've
And
only
he does talk. Listen, he talks in these terms. I've been here for 3 days now. Big ups, Red Fan, for 5 gifted memberships. Thank you very much. You're already very generous on the Super Chuffer channel as well. Thank you. I'm here double time today, aren't I? Which is why I'm so subdued at the moment, because I've already woken up early, walked the dogs, done a stream, walked the dogs, had my dinner, and now it's chill out time on a Friday evening.
I've just had a lovely cup of tea and a bakewell tart.
Bang!
I've just had a lovely cup of tea and a bakewell tart.
Now hold on, Lorraine.
Yeah, so this was 2
like
weeks
50
ago.
metres away from it. Obviously I've been having nightmares in my own accommodation, and I've been doing a few other bits, but check
this out, look, there's the big hill, isn't there?
this out. This reminds me of Thailand, and definitely like...
That one's the wrong side for the way he was facing on this other video, but like this is reversed because it says the north face in reverse. So bear that in mind. The north face is reversed So this video is reversed. So if you think, oh, the hills behind him here and on his actor's right, his left. In the other video, it's the other way around. No, this video is reversed.
Sri Lanka. Look at this. I am actually really close to Sri Lanka right now, guys. So, but look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah, and that's a Gonda. Where's the one where he climbs up the fucking thing? Like, why is it gone? And was it here ever? I'd have to look. I'm tired, you see. I'd have to look back over my own Nutterwatches to see exactly where and what. But that was a Gonda a couple of weeks ago, and now we've got this, which is 4 days ago uploaded, and it looks very like a Gonda.
Feeling extra ambitious today, guys.
Maybe he's just been staying in the same place the whole time, so now he's walked down to the same place again.
I wanted to climb this huge...
It is reversed again though. Look, the north face is reversed on his thing again. Like, why do they film these things in reverse? I don't understand why the camera reverses it. It doesn't need to.
Huge ass hill. Look
but
at
it's
the
that big, and I've already seen this.
No, it's a complete madness.
You know, those fishing boats that I described. Look.
This is definitely where the snakes live. If I go in there, I'm
even sort of convinced that I've already seen him carrying that bottle of drink. It's like he's uploaded a video from 2 weeks ago, out of sync.
Or I will get eaten by a massive Indian python. However, let's go climb it. Right now, guys, I'm having to cross all these...
Yeah, he's crossing the slippy rocks. Did he delete this and re-upload it, or what's going on?
Rocks. There's even a warning sign up here.
A warning sign. Or did we watch this 3 days ago? We couldn't have watched Wednesday, Thursday. I mean, I don't know. Maybe we watched this on Wednesday.
Saying, I do apologise.
I feel like I'm being like when you're gaslit, people are lying to you and saying the one thing and it's not the truth, and you're questioning yourself. That's what I feel like this is. I feel like it's TikTok's version of being gaslit. Uploading a video so that I've seen it a couple of weeks ago, and then deleting it, and then uploading it again like recently, so that I think it's like chronologically just happened, but it hasn't. It's 4 weeks old, but I've already seen it. But why would I want to watch it again? Like, people have made comments on here as well, and they haven't said you've already uploaded this. What's going on? So, but this is the video I was looking for. And look, watch. You'll go up the thing.
That guys, you know what? Screw this. I'm heading back down. Big up. Just sliding back down these rocks.
And he climbs back down.
Guys,
and he doesn't bother to really go all the way up there. He just sort of hides in the bushes a little bit, and then goes back down. So how's that there after the mouldy hotel room? Doesn't make any sense. And then we get lost my passport and had the worst day.
Guys, the trolls are going to absolutely love this.
The trolls are going to love it. The trolls are going to love it. Maybe that's who he's doing it for, because I don't really trust. Like, you know, oh, I lost my this and did that. You said you couldn't get into the country because you didn't have your vaccines. You said you were going around with a doctor to get those jabs and vaccines. You said you'd done that, and then you'd been caught in the airport and held off and escorted by the police, and now you're saying that you've lost your passport. But no, you know, I take everything with a pinch of salt. It's interesting being escorted around the airport in Dubai by the police, being escorted off the mountain in Mascot by the police, who held him in a car and checked his details before they escorted him off the mountain, and now in India having no control of his passport. Is it possible? I don't know. It's not probable, but it might be possible that if you're being investigated, they might take your passport off you. I mean, it's a really, really important thing, your passport, like a very important thing. Yeah, very important if you're travelling like this. So, valuable, important. Yeah, anyway.
And the worst day ever, I have lost my passport. This is crazy. This has never happened to me before. I've checked my bag, I've checked the hotel room.
Most things have never happened to you before, have they? Because you're basically a fucking hermit that's decided to go out into the world after growing up fairly privileged and enjoying parkour. Like, most things have never happened to you before. You don't eat anything outside of a chicken burger.
I've checked the whole hotel, I've spoken to absolutely everyone, and I cannot find my passport. I'm supposed to be leaving India tonight. I'm supposed to be flying.
Apparently he's supposed to be leaving today, and now he can't because of the passport issue, which is just like when he went to India and he was supposed to be going, but he couldn't because of the visa issue. It's a weird one, isn't it? You think you'd have eyes on your passport.
In a way, normally when you check into a hotel, they take your passport, they take all the details down. And when I came to this hotel, I was like, bro, it's at the bottom of my bag. Please don't make me get all my stuff out. And he was like, no worries. And I just showed him a picture on my phone. I am in so much trouble. And to top this off, even...
Very dramatic the way you're filming this. And normally when you go to a hotel, you can give them the passport and they'll just hold on to it until you leave. And it's relatively safe then, isn't it? You'd hope, if you were at a reputable hotel.
more, my breakfast has just been cancelled, which means no eggs. I actually do not know how I'm going to survive today. This is crazy. I don't even know where to begin with this madness, guys. How am I going to...
Well, madness, guys. Look, we're not fucking children, are we? You might be, but we're not. We're not stupid children. So, like, I don't like the way he talks down to me in this. Not down to me, but I don't like the way he, like, it's almost like I'm watching CBeebies or something. The way he presents to camera like this.
Going to be leaving India today. This is just not going to happen. I do not know what I am going to do. Your boy.
Your boy. You're not my boy. You're a knobhead.
India today. This is just not going to happen. I do not know what I am going to do. Your boy is absolutely effing screwed.
Well, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the British consulate. I don't know exactly where you are in the world, but, you know, you're going to go to the British consulate, you're going to go to the embassy, and you're going to explain that you've lost your passport, and then you're going to do whatever the fuck they tell you to do, aren't you? Like, that's your only option, really? I mean, I don't know if he's even got tickets booked, because most of the time he doesn't bother, he just turns up at the airport and waits for the next plane. So, he didn't explain any of it, just, I've lost my passport, I used to have it, now I don't. Bad, because today's the day I'm leaving India, after all. Music, which makes certain the case that he's a fucking knobhead, because Coldplay are the worst band in the world. Look what I found. Look what I found. It better not be your passport, because the time between these, I don't know how long it was. This got 15,000 views, lost my passport. The trolls are going to love it. Are you troll baiting? Are you rage baiting? Because this got 15,000 views, lost my passport. The trolls are going to love it. And then the next day, like, you look fucking, like, weird here, to be honest, with your beard and headphones, dancing, skinny man, like, long t-shirt, mould in the hotel room, blowing the mould around. Okay, so I'm going to mute that. I assume you found your passport, yeah? What have you found? What have you found that you love so much you're listening to Coldplay over? Doing your creepy shoulder dance. What is it? Is it your passport? Yeah, it's your passport. You just had it in your bag the whole time. So... this seems like just completely fake, contrived nonsense at this point, doesn't it? Don't you think? It just seems like completely fake, contrived nonsense. Oh, there's been a big drama. I'm supposed to leave India now, today, and I don't have my passport. Quick, Jake Paul, film it at the airport. Oh no, Mr. Beast. Oh no, KSI, big drama. Do this for the thumbnail. And then, like, drama at airport, lost my passport. Oh, I got everything out of my bag and it's right at the end. Cut, okay, put everything back, let's go and have a coffee. Plane's not for 2 hours. Like, do you know what I mean? It's like, it just feels such stupid. Or is he living this life where he spent an entire day worried about not having his passport when it was just in his bag the whole time? Is that what's going on? And the dancing has revealed a new aspect of him, which is that he doesn't really have rhythm and style. Like, he's just not cool in that way. Like, the hunching of the shoulders and the doing this, like, it makes him look strange. So, like, he just doesn't have that about him, does it? Like, you know, he's one of those like, bless him, some people are like this, but one of those awkward dancers, isn't he? You know, he's like one of those awkward sort of hunchy shoulders. So I like this video, I suppose. It's got all the worst things in the world with it. It's got him just being a div. It's got useless, like as content goes, it's completely useless nothing. And it's got Coldplay on it as well, plus creepy ass Paul Arnott dancing in his mouldy Indian hotel room. Can I dance better? You've not seen me dancing. I dance all the time on stream. Yeah, I can dance better. I was Dancer of the Year 1988 at the Mezzoforte Dance School in Stratford-upon-Avon. The woman who taught the dance school went on to become mayor of the town, so she didn't mess about. I got my certificate for being dancer. I got my disco dancing certificate in 1988 at the age of whatever the fuck I was, 6 years old. I was Dancer of the Year of the dancing club. Yeah, I can dance. Yeah. But you've got to have natural rhythm. You've got to have smooths. You know, you've got to have style. You quite like him, bless you, Deborah. I don't. I think he's creepy and kooky, and I think behind the scenes he might be doing weird stuff and be a bit more nasty than you think. Like, not just the you know, the strange stuff he was doing with those underprivileged kids in that video, but generally, you know, I don't like him. This one. I mean, as a person we laugh at in a lolcow, yeah, it's a load of fun. But as a person I would hang around with or talk to, definitely not. Definitely not. And it's not just because he can't dance. I mean, this is just cherry on top, look. It's just he's having a great time though, look. And in his moment of triumph, when he's having a great time, he decided to listen to Coldplay and dance like that. So. Yeah. I'm not having that. Not enjoying that. So the whole, like, last week of content from him. And bear in mind, he's in India this whole time, and he's supposed to, like, this is what I can't understand really in my head, is like, I guess he's filming stuff and he's doing stuff, but he doesn't want everyone in the world to see it, and he doesn't want to put it on his TikTok. You know what I mean? Behind the scenes, like, he's doing stuff, isn't he? And filming stuff. Like, but just for him, like, which is fair enough because it's his holidays. But the way he presents it on TikTok is like he's making content and he's doing that. So, like, how come there's this, like, disconnect between spending, like, properly now 2 weeks in India, and the amount of content he's put up has been about 5 minutes total, and it fixates on the mouldy hotel room and a bit of Indian street food. Like, it's like we're not seeing what's going on at all, but yet he's trying to convince the audience that in some way he's some sort of travel vlogger showing you stuff. Like, it's a funny contrast really, isn't it? And then that just stood out to me now, the rainforest treks up the thing. In some way I feel like I saw that 2 weeks ago. So either I've got brain time warp, where I see the future in, you know, I've been doing this too long now, watching these nutters, and I can see their future content before it comes out, or he deleted it and re-uploaded it out of sync or something. Like, so yeah, Paul Arnott this week. There's your main course for a very lackluster and chill Nutterwatch, because we've already done a main big chunk in the week, and I'm tired, and it's chill. But like, what's going on with that? Like, he's not. Sometimes we are beholden to these nutters that are on the carousel, and I suppose it's my job to look on the carousel and see who's really acting out this week and who's doing the best stuff, and bring you the best of the nutters rather than just like the same old nutters sometimes. But because we've got different ones, you know, I could be showing you Eddie Arquette, I could be showing you Durian Rider, I could, you know, there's different people on this carousel, this revolving carousel of nutters. But I thought we'd catch up with Paul Arnott. I thought he'd be better. You know, I thought he'd be better. And in some way we are beholden to the quality of their content in terms of how fun or whatever it is. He thought the big thing for us would be he lost his passport. You know, this is one for the trolls. But actually I didn't really care. I was more interested in his mouldy hotel room, to be honest. Down the rapids. Get yourself down the rapids. Or don't. You look like an idiot. This is something I wanted to draw everyone's attention to and talk about. What is the PR strategy behind Philip Schofield's TV comeback? And certainly taking this photograph and putting it in public can't be part of a PR strategy, because he looks like some sort of sex-starved nutter. But he's going to be doing Channel 5's Castaway. He reportedly turned down several offers to appear in other shows. And what I understand about Castaway is they give you cameras, you go on the island. Obviously, it's very contrived. There's going to be a production team there, isn't there? But the idea is you go and do it on your own. You produce this show. So he's going to come back in this Castaway show, and I suppose the idea would be it's really introspective, and it's just Philip himself in his raw form, and you see him as a human being just doing human things, and I'm really going to be interested in that. I think we can bring that to Nutterwatch. I don't know how we're going to do it, but I think we need to be covering Philip Schofield on Castaway and Nutterwatch. What do you say about that? I don't know if we can watch the whole episodes all entire, but there's got to be some way of covering that. That's floated my boat, ticked a box. Philip Schofield on a desert island, struggling away doing Castaway. Yeah, I want to see it. Did they put a 15-year-old boy on the same... Philip Schofield and Paul Arnott doing Castaway together. That's what we need. We'll just see how it comes out. We'll see how it plays out. So Bob's got a raccoon in his van. Or under his van. He's been doing... One of the reasons we didn't cover so many of his recent shorts is because he went through this phase of doing black and white as well. I keep up to date with this behind the scenes a little bit. It's as much as repeatedly just saying the same weird shit in a basement is worth keeping up to date with. But when he went through his black and white phase, I was like, I can't even show this on the screen because it's black and white. It's weirdly shot, but I suppose in some ways it's quite artistic. He nearly had his winky out in one of them as well, so we were worried that he's actually shown his winky. Just going to pick a random one.
God entered into my body like a body must.
Look how dirty the door is. Do you know what that is? It's not dirt. It's repeated touching over years has worn the paint away. This needs repainting.
Size it is.
He's got black mould as well.
September the 15th, 2020.
But I do like the barometer. I'm not so sure about the weird forceps.
Before, and I'm making this video on shaving genitals. Is it okay to shave genitals if you're a Christian?
Is it okay to shave your genitals if you're a Christian? Well, I think we'll have to have a poll on that. I know there's not millions of years, so it's going to be a bit of a quiet poll, but I will ask you to stir yourself into action for this poll. Is it okay to shave your genitals as a Christian? If you're not Christian, you can still answer on behalf of Christians. So I didn't put a question mark on it. Imagine there's a question mark on it. Tired. Is it okay to shave your genitals as a Christian? Please engage with the poll, because Bob needs an answer. I don't have the answer. It's down to you at this point. Basically, it's literally just down to you and God, I suppose. Don't outrank God, but God wants to hear your. Well, not me. I'm not God. Basically, what I'm asking is it okay to shave your genitals as a Christian? As a Christian, it doesn't matter if you're a Muslim or a Buddhist. We'll do whatever you're. I wouldn't say go ahead. I'd say do whatever. We don't care about Muslims or Buddhists or even Jews at this stage in terms of whether their genitals are shaved. For Bob, what Bob's asking is as a Christian. And what's interesting to me as well is that Bob has God enter into his body like a body the same size. So you'd think you could just ask him straight out. Why is he asking us? Bob has a kitchen. Yeah, we've seen it once before when he was talking about his wife in the past. We saw his kitchen once before, I think. We've seen the interior of his home slightly before, and it does look like a shabby mess. These plug sockets here look like they've been burned out.
You're not a Christian. Is this alright?
Is it alright? He's certainly done himself a haircut.
Does the Bible say anything about this?
Does the Bible say anything about it?
Activity? Well, What I will say is I do. And guess who told me to do it?
Well, what I would say is, I do it. And guess who told me to do it?
And he had to tell me more than once.
And he had to tell him more than once, so
Before I finally did.
before he did it. So God's been telling him to do it.
Anyway,
I don't know if that would change your vote at this stage. It's a bit late. I can see you're still voting, so I'm going to end the poll now. If you didn't get in, that's up to you. 80% said that it's okay. Bob, God was telling you to do it, and so is chat. It's okay to shave your genitals as a Christian. Well, they're not saying to do it. They're saying it's okay to do it. Whereas Bob's asserting that God himself told him to do it repeatedly before he listened.
do whatever makes you happy.
But Bob then says at the end to do whatever makes you happy, which is also an idea, an option. I like videos in portrait mode, and he's done 3 of these in the last month. So, sorry, in landscape, but seems to be shot. What is this?
Much big greetings. It's
Hello, Bob.
Much big greetings.
Much big greetings and this. What's this? What's this? It's not devil horns, is it? Bob worries me sometimes.
It's I don't know. Tuesday. It's
I look, he usually starts his his shorts with the exact date and time. So it's strange to see Bob discombobulated like this. It's, I don't know, Tuesday. That seems strange.
August 19th, 20th.
August 19th, so it's a little while ago.
Something like that. I'm delivering a...
Something like that. Sorry, Bob.
Tuesday. It's August 19th, 20th, something like that. I'm delivering a load, man. Do you think that is cool? Here, come and check out this stuff.
He's not even certain what day it is, but we trust him with the big truck.
Check it out. Do you think it's cool?
Was that US mail?
Do ya? See how long this is, man? It's taking me forever to get back here.
It is long.
Anyway.
It's massive. He's doing that again.
I wish I could think of a song to sing. Let me see. Alice Cooper.
Does this mean he's not working with FedEx anymore?
The song Prince of Darkness. It ends by saying...
Alice Cooper in Prince of Darkness. Bob's going through some shit. He shouldn't be listening to Alice Cooper and referencing Prince of Darkness, should he?
He smells the breath of sweet human sin and deeply breathes it in, Prince of Darkness. Hey, I can come to your city, your town, your party, your basement, and put on a concert for you.
Your town, your city, or your basement? Oh, he's certainly not well known, but I do worry about him in more ways than that.
Are you ready to meet God? Do you even know how to meet God?
Is this an advert for come to a church, or are you going to murder me?
To be prepared for that day, according to Scripture. Hello, my name is Bob Hickman, and God entered into my body like a body my same size. Sound pretty awesome? It was. Can you imagine an invisible being coming inside of your body?
Can I imagine an invisible being coming inside my body?
That was the same size as you?
That was the same size as me?
What that is biblically the Holy Ghost baptism. According to the Bible, it says, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his.
Where are we, Bob? Why are we in some sort of foyer? Where are we?
Jesus said you must be born again of the water and of the Spirit. Well, anyway, if I told you scriptures, aren't you going to think in your heart? A lot of people tell scriptures, and some tell them like you, and some tell them like other people. Who's right, who's wrong? Well, anyway, I wrote a book on what happened to me, and you can buy that book. And it says quite a bit in that book about getting saved, being saved, living saved. And remember, I am saved.
I bought the book. For all the good it did me, I bought the book. You're saved.
You never know what you're going to find in your yard, do you?
You never know what you're going to find in your yard. Well, loads of chickens. Don't know how you got your hands on them.
When you get up?
This one's a little bit quiet.
I mean, I like all the friends I can get. Hey there. Wonder if one will let me pet it.
I wonder if one will let me pet it. This video is entitled Welcome to the Last Days and End Time Farms of Indianapolis.
I don't want to get pecked by one of these things. Hey there. Hey there.
I'm actually interested to see how timid he is around the animals. Like, I wouldn't be scared of getting pecked by a pigeon or a chicken or whatever. I would just little peck in it. Like, we have swans in my town and geese, and you're not supposed to go and feed them. Like these days, you know, people don't go and feed bread to things. You know, like get them some bird seed or whatever from the ascribed place. You know, whatever. But you know, growing up around the swans and stuff, used to feeding them and stuff. So. Like, I'm quite happy to go and just put my fingers out like that, and the swans will come and bite my fingers, and it's not going to hurt me. It's just like, it's a swan, isn't it? Like a chicken can come and peck your fingers, you'll be all right. You don't want to lie down and let them peck your eyes out, but like, you know, come and peck your fingers, it'll be all right.
Most of you probably have not even seen it.
I suppose the other way of talking about this is that bird flu exists these days, so probably just don't mess with birds in their natural environment probably now. But like, he's very timid around the chickens, isn't he?
Living chicken up close. Like, it's got pretty colors. Hey. Kind of looks like a peacock in a way, doesn't it?
Where the chickens come from? I love the way he doesn't explain anything. He's like, just like, he hasn't even said where the, like, you know, he's like, I've got loads of new friends, and there's like just some chickens. Like, he doesn't explain it at all. If you live near a farm, then it's probably from a farm, innit? Like, they probably escaped from some farm, roaming around. They're not your chickens, are they? This was worth a YouTube video, not a short.
Let me stop the video. Break the bread up a little more. Seems
video.
like a lot of them.
I'm interested in the idea that he hasn't woven this into his. Oh, he hasn't seemed to woven this into his delusion about God talking to him. Like, you'd think this would be seen as like a sign from God, like, you know, today God has sent me loads of chickens or something. But he just wants to give them. He's given them some bread and he wants to pet them, but he's not like because this is quite a different thing to happen to the normal day-to-day. Oh look, there's loads of chickens in my garden. You'd think that would set him off and he'd be like, God sent me the chickens, like I said, like. But instead, something a bit more abstract is just being treated as quite normal, which is, I guess it is kind of quite normal, a bunch of chickens, but do you know what I mean? Did you get the one with the weird voice Bob did? I think we looked at it, didn't we? Or did we? I won't be able to remember now which one it is, but I think we did. The one where he said about, I think we covered the one in one of the shows where he said bad things about God. I think we definitely looked at that one. Is that a cat there? There's a cat there. Skulking cat. Why won't the cat be at the chickens? Fucking weird video this is, Bob, even for your standards. I'm holding out for the last 20 seconds to find out if he says anything, but I don't think he will he? He knows to talk in the videos. He's ripped up all the bread for them. And that's that. Chickens from Bob. I mean, he's got multiple channels as well, remember? He's got several channels that look similar. And the Facebook as well. But, chickens from Bob. It was one of his shorts, wasn't it? When you sent it yesterday, did you? This one.
The Bob Hickman documentary.
It's him in the toilet.
The Bob Hickman documentary. God entered my body like a body my same size. Before, I slept
This is his other channel. This is a different channel. I'll show you in a second.
with men. I slept with women. And I went back for seconds. I never changed. But I got old. Ooh, I need to get my band fixed. What would Freddy Krueger say?
Stay faithful to your spouse.
Freddy Krueger would say, stay faithful to your spouse. That voice he does is the Freddy Krueger voice, and he does it when he's wearing that mask as well, doesn't he? What would Freddy Krueger say? Stay faithful to your spouse. And interestingly, he's filming this in the toilet, where this is the location where sometimes he goes to exercise, sometimes he's on a truck stop break, and other times he's come here to meet people to have sex. Is what he says.
Stay faithful to your spouse.
Apparently that's what Freddy Krueger would say. And this is a channel I'm not subscribed to. This is This is God Came Into My Body as a Body My Same Size, the channel, and there's a photograph here of him on the side like that. And the other channel that we were looking at is God Entered Into My Body as a Body My Same Size, with this photograph of him in the library. I believe there's more channels as well. I don't know if it's just the two, but it's interesting that they look very similar, but they are different channels. And this has got a different Facebook link as well to somebody called Karen Simeon, which is interesting. This has got the one with his blood in his mouth, look, which is a bit of a... We don't want to watch that one again necessarily now. And the last video upload here, running around my semi-truck, is 2 years ago. Like, this is his old channel, this one, the old channel. So why is he uploading shorts? Like, to the old channel? Which he is, he's uploading these modern... This is modern... Would it say when it is? August 10th, 2024.
God entered into my body like a body my same size. It's Saturday, August 10th,
Look,
2020.
he says it at the start of every fucking shorts, doesn't he? But this is the black and white era, and it looks really fucking creepy, and it's hard to watch on YouTube because it's a short and it's small and it's black and white.
Before, the best exercise I know of is bicycle riding. And maybe the reason is because when I get out, for me, I actually get that bike going. I mean, I'm hopping out there. Sometimes when I jog, my jog is pretty weak, pretty slow. The other exercise, God.
I suppose that's fair enough. He's not been out on his bike, which is the one where his weenie, like you could almost see his weenie. Because generally you can't see his weenie ever, and we didn't know if he was wearing underwear or what was going on. But in one of them, it looked like it sort of popped out. What's this one? Hang on. Hang on. I'll do you the good service of getting you a bit of a close-up. Bob's good, really, isn't he? Like, even if I've given my best of my energy to my earlier show on Nicola Bully today and I'm a bit more subdued, Bob's bringing it. Bob's bringing it.
God entered my body like a body my same size, like me floating into you, you floating into me. I got up today, worked out, I'm bouncing around. Gonna go out and do a few things, see what happens. I never know. We think we do. We think everything is pretty predictable. Maybe today it won't be. But I hope that things click for you. God entered my body.
I expected more, Bob, because this one was called "Gay Christians Have More Fun." That was the title of the short. Gay Christians have more fun. Gay Christians have more fun. But he didn't say much, did he? But that's the old channel where the videos aren't consistently uploaded from 2 years. Like 2 years ago was the last videos.
I'm sailing away, set an open course for the Virgin Sea.
Okay, and then this channel appears to be the newer and more popular as well, 7,000 subscribers. This is the channel, isn't it? And we're in this black and white era, and our last video, we just watched the videos, the recent videos. Obviously he did upload these, we didn't watch these, but
พระเจ้าเสด็จเข้าไปในร่างกายของฉันเหมือนร่างของทูตสวรรค์ขนาดเดียวกันของฉันนี่คือการบัพติศมาด้วยพระวิญญาณบริสุทธิ์พระเจ้าซ่อนอยู่ในร่างกายของฉันฉันเห็นนิมิต
and obviously that's either Urdu or Sanskrit or something for God entered into my body like a body the same size, but
ของพระเจ้าตรัสกับฉันและพระเจ้าตรัสเกี่ยวกับทุกสิ่งพระเจ้าตรัสเกี่ยวกับไททานิกและรถมัสเซิลเวลาสิ้นสุดและการแข่งขันกีฬาฉันหวังว่าการเปิดเผยการรับบัพติศมาของพระวิญญาณบริสุทธิ์จะช่วยคุณได้มากจำสิ่งหนึ่งถ้าคุณไม่รู้
Gott kam in meinen Körper als ein Körper. Meine gleiche Größe. Das ist die Taufe des Heiligen Geistes. Gott versteckt sich in meinem Körper. Ich sehe Visionen von Gott, der zu mir spricht, und Gott spricht über alles. Gott spricht über die Titanic und die Muscle Cars sowie über die Endzeit und Sportereignisse. Ich hoffe, dass meine Offenbarung über die Taufe im Heiligen Geist eine große Hilfe für Sie war. Denken Sie an eine Sache. Wenn Sie nicht gespürt haben, dass der unsichtbare Gott in ihr
Damnisu a intrat in corpel meu, ca triple unwi inger. A CSI dimension a mea. A sesta este botezel cu duholsfant. Damnisu essia skund in corpel meu. Vad visioni ale lui damnisu vorbindemi si damnisu vorbest despre tot. Damnisu vorbest despre massinal titanis si musculaire si despre vremural disfarcit si despre evenemental sportive. Spur ca revelation mea de botez cu duholsfant a fos de mera jutter pentrutine.
this video is entitled Un videoclip instructive care explicia cum se simti botsil ku duhul sfat. I don't even know what that means. Don't even... Classics.
God entered into my body like a body my same size, like me floating into you or you floating into me. It's the Acts 2:38 Holy Ghost born again baptism. The Bible says, repent, be baptized.
I mean, at least if you abduct someone, they'll have a good, you know, I said this before, like, what we, 0 Oscar to 0 Oscar 3, we're looking for a blue station wagon with God entered my body like a body my same size painted on in gloss paint on the side. Don't worry about the license plate. You'll see it. It's got God entered into my body like a body my same size written on it. You'll see that. And if you're a kid or you're like, you know, an adult or anyone, like, you know, you'll see that and you'll think, I'm going to cross the road. Like if this pulls up slowly beside you at the side, excuse me, can you give me directions? So you just run, wouldn't you? You're not going to fucking stick around for this. So,
One of you in the name of Jesus Christ for the remission of your sins.
And I love that he's on the roof as well. I just love that he's on the roof. Most people get in a tizzy if you try and climb on the roof of their car. Like, oh, you're denting it. Bob doesn't care at this point.
And you shall receive the gift of the Holy Ghost. Ghost is spirit, spirit is God. That means God entering into your body. Filled. How that works is...
He hasn't got any shoes on.
God is everywhere at the same time, except inside living creatures. So that God that is all around me, all around you, came into my body. I see non-stop visions from God. My skin feels just a little bit electric. It makes me tremble when I touch myself.
Oh yeah, he sees constant non-stop visions from God, and that makes him electric, and he's got electric skin, so if you were to touch him, you would feel the electricity. There is one video that we've looked at where someone was encouraged to touch him in a library and did so and agreed that he could feel the electricity.
Like it's vibrating just a little bit. You know, George Lucas, Steven Spielberg, they light up their movie sets with expensive...
And yeah, someone said it in chat earlier as well, there's nothing wrong with being gay, there's nothing wrong with being Christian, but there's certainly something wrong with Bob.
God entered my body like a body my same size. I know all of God's secrets. Would you like to know what God thinks?
I know all of God's secrets. God's been withholding information, keeping secrets from us, but Bob is the light in the way. Well, he's not, but...
Would you like to know what God's plans are? Would you like to know if God will save you or heal your body or not? I know every one of God's secrets. I know what God wants to do. I know how God really is. Do you want to know what some of these answers are? Do you wonder at all what God feels about you?
Call 118 Nutterwatch and pay in 3 easy installments.
Well, I know, because I see non-stop visions from God.
He sees non-stop visions from God. Is he a prophet of God? I don't know. Like, he's kind of antagonistic towards God recently. Like, yes, you could call him a prophet. We bought his book. We've read it on stream. I've edited it and put it up as a video. Like, this is his book, The Ministry of Dreams, and it says things like, you know, Jesus Christ in my name, that's woman showing pastor. And he says, let's get Bob, that's Bob baptizing even his own pastor. They laugh but love, each all at his church. First you must repent and then get baptized in Jesus Christ name. That's priest looking at this formula and saying, Lord, I wasn't taught like that, but he gets and repents until I forgive you, saith God. For ye have a distance to go in repentance, and then I will gladly receive you. But not until then I enter into my servant like a body his perfect size. It's the Holy Ghost, said Jesus. Hoddy shows God like spirit man going into Bob. There are none saved, but many claiming Bob will come into your church and preach. But get into your pockets and take care of, for will you come to Bob and do it for nothing, saith Jesus? Your answer is no. Bob can help whoever he loves to, but get through, but cheat Bob, and he will know it and won't want to but be offended. Oh, he is fair but knows all secrets, so don't try and hide. I mean, you could argue in some way that he believes he's a prophet, I guess, but his recent antagonistic stance against God, that he said recently some bad stuff against God, and I don't think God would have that from a prophet. So
my skin feels electric. It vibrates just a little bit.
I think like he was cross at God as well for the way God came into his body, like a body the same size, and I think he had gum disease problems, and he sort of blamed that on God as well.
Because one day back in 1997,
or at least God told him he was doing it to him.
God, like an angelic body, came into my body, like a body.
When I say God was doing this and God was doing that, I mean he thinks God was doing this and doing that. I'm not talking on behalf of God and actually saying that God was doing that.
Same size, like me floating into you or you floating into me. And I do see non-stop visions from God. So, do you want to get an answer on
I just heard the roof of his car dent.
what God thinks from somebody that doesn't have God? Or do you want an answer from somebody that does have God?
But I would say as well that, I mean, God would probably, I don't know, like, there's a certain level of commitment here. There's another God dude that I look at from time to time on the internet. I can't remember his name off the top of my head now, but he's a bit more of a grifter, but at least he seems to be, like, he's reading the actual Bible, this other guy. He's actually reading the actual Bible. He's a bit of a, he wants money for signs to stick on his car and stuff, but I see him as a bit of a grifter. But Bob's not asking for money, and he's painted this on himself. And, like, he's fully committed in ways, isn't he? Like, but he's not referencing the actual Bible that exists, and, it's like he's gone his own way with it. And so I don't know if, like, this level of commitment, unbridled in this way, is necessarily what God would.
What you do is go onto my YouTube channel.
We're on that now.
Click on the link that I posted in the comments section.
The comments. This. I am learning to advertise on YouTube. Ministry of Dreams, Blogspot. Or Servian Astafas. Servian ASDFAS Blogspot. I mean, what a strange. Is he keeping this up? This recent post was from September the 20th. Yeah, he is keeping this up. This is his recent YouTube content. So hang on, if you're using YouTube to advertise your blog, yeah, and then when we get to your blog it's your recent YouTube content, is this not just a circle? How is that not, why am I here? This is your YouTube content. Oh, there is some writing here, actually. God the Holy Ghost entered into my body like a body my perfect size. This is baptism of the Holy Spirit. Acts 2:38. Actually, there is something from the Bible there. In the Holy Bible, about 8 years after, after that happened, I started seeing non-stop visions from God. He's explaining that stuff. This video is unavailable. Playback on other websites has been disabled by the video owner, but you can watch it on YouTube. So I'll head back to YouTube to watch it then. This is a different channel. This is a different channel. This might be, third channel now. God entered into my, don't keep up with it properly. God entered into my body as a body my same size, but third different channel. This one's got 4,000 subscribers, and the most recent video is 3 months ago. But there's been some different activity over here, look.
神は天使の体として私の体の中に来ました。同じサイズです。これは聖霊のバプテスマです。霊は神です。目に見えない神の体が自分の体の中にいるのを感じなかったなら、あなたはまだ生まれ変わっていないし。
So that's Japanese for God entered into my body like a body the same size. He's got some old ones here, look, 5 years ago. This might be one that we've looked at. Look, this is him in the toilets.
God entered into my body like a body my same size,
Again.
like me.
Again.
Floating into you, or you floating into me.
Do you know what? Every time I do this, I look back on some of his old stuff, and it's like seeing it all again for the first time. I'm sure I've gone through his different accounts, and I never know which one we're supposed to be keeping up with. But for some reason, this was suggested on his blog, so we're looking at it again.
I'm putting up videos in most languages, and Google Translator is doing the speaking. And in those videos, I'm telling what God is doing to me. The words that are posted on the video, if you put that in Google Translator and translate it to English, that's what the video is saying. So good luck. I've got to go ahead and cap this because got to try to get more videos up.
Okay, so this was some time ago, this was 5 years ago, but as he explains, he's doing these videos in different languages. So if you were to translate the videos back into English on Google Translate, you'll find out what they're saying. But remarkably now, and this is the way of it, like this, I don't think this is fake views, I think this is real views. But somehow translating the phrase God entered into my body like a body the same size into Russian has pulled in 100,000 views for him.
Бог вошел в мое тело, как тело призрака, тот же размер, это крещение Святым Духом, Бог есть Дух, Бог живет и прячется в моем теле, Бог нападает на меня днем и ночью, Бог порвал мое лицо, рот и шею. Бог послал мне в рот болезнь десен Иисус Христос.
Okay, and the comments are in Russian. Hello, I'm Russian. Before I saw this video, I was sitting with a translator. Thanks to YouTube algorithms for this ad. Dude, maybe you should see a doctor and a psychiatrist, otherwise there's really something wrong with you. These are Russian, I'm translating them via YouTube. Why did I watch this? God, I'm surprised at the fact people are crazy about God. I mean, there's not loads of comments for the 100,000 views, but aim for the moon, because even if you miss, you'll land on the stars, says someone in Russian. And this one says, in Russian, fucked, it said. Maybe he is paying for views, because 100,000, but only like 5 comments is a bit weird. 5 years of it being up there, it's 20 seconds long. I don't know. I don't know. Really, I don't know. But this seems like the archive here, this channel, because it goes back 8 years ago, this one.
God entered into my body like a body my same size.
And he's upstairs and he's scary. So I want to go a quick bathroom break. I'll look at a few more Bob videos with you before we go. Like, we're only an hour and a half in, but I want to put a Bob video on while I go bathroom. I don't want to scare you, but it has to be a slightly longer one. This one's got writing. Look at this.
God entered into my body like a body my same size, like me floating into you or you floating into me. It's the Acts 2:38 Holy Ghost born again baptism. I wrote a book, God entered into my body like a body my same.
I think he was really suffering back then more than he seems more balanced these days, even though, you know, what can you say? But I think he seemed to be more suffering back then.
Hello, God entered into my body like a body my same size, like me floating into you or you floating into me. It's the Acts 2:38 born again experience. Right after I had the Holy Ghost baptism, God started attacking me. He did it in the Bible, but he's ripping my face by causing my face muscles to tighten up at the moment I move them. Cause them wrinkling, stretching, bagging, sagging, tearing. I walk around all day and sand out the tears. He's now ripping my lips. My lips were perfectly smooth. He promised, he showed me in a dream that he's going to rip a big slit right there. He's fondling me. He's causing my body to heat up like it's on fire. I'm seeing visions of Jesus all day long. Hundreds. He's laughing. He's teasing. He's telling me to commit suicide. He's telling me that he's not going to repent even if the whole world finds out. Now, God's basically saved me to attack me. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? In the Bible, God threatened to kill perfect Moses. Ezekiel, right after God saved him in Ezekiel 7, God appeared to him and told him that he was going to send his wife a stroke. She died that night. I see visions of the Lord, and he laughs at me because I'm single, because he took my wife. Perfect Job. Job said that to the Lord, after the Lord appeared to him, Job blamed all that happened to him on God. Job said, "Thou terrifiest me in dreams, thou fillest my face full of wrinkles." That means God was ripping Job's face and appearing while he slept and dreamed and attacking him in those dreams, just like he does to me. That's where the horror character Freddy Krueger came from, right out of the book of Job. This is what God is like inside the church.
Every time I go back over this, I find out something new. So the Freddy Krueger delusion is out of the Bible. He does the voice, for, you know, he does but that's to him from Job in the Bible somehow.
God is strong delusioning. That means teasing.
He had a wife. Sorry, he had a wife, and he said that she was killed by an immigrant, by an illegal immigrant or something. I think she was killed. I don't know if that's true, but he did have. From what I think, that he did have a wife, and she did die, but I don't know how. I don't know, but I think it's true that he had a wife and she died. I think that bit's true. But I don't know. I mean, it's just him saying it, and he also says that, but like, you know, all this other stuff. So
That means falling on, keeping, giving strength, helping, talking to, giving dreams, but won't save. The Bible says, if any man have not the Spirit of Christ, he is none of his. Now, I'm the only one on the earth that's got the Holy Ghost baptism, and look what God does to me. He attacks me day and night. If I fall asleep, worn out, if I wake up 3 or 4 hours after I fall asleep, the attacks start right then. The ripping of the face, the fondling, the seeing visions of Jesus and him saying things to me like, keep falling, kill yourself, keep slipping, keep running. He's teasing me.
Jesus doesn't
I know
tease.
this sounds crazy, but you don't have the Holy Ghost baptism and you'll never get it, no matter what you do.
I suppose I wouldn't know then, would I?
And this is what God is like if you did have it. All the servants in the Bible were led to horrible deaths. About my Holy Ghost baptism, Ezekiel said, and the Spirit entered into me. So if you get saved and get perfect, that means you're in more trouble than you even know what to do with. God told me to backslide. And then he told me he would drive me to suicide after I did.
He keeps saying about that. I can't keep playing this one because he keeps saying about that. This was, but then strangely enough, right? So this was like the channel that's got probably some of the oldest stuff on it, like, you know, the origin story in a way. But strangely enough, he's uploaded 3 months ago to this channel. This truck driver is disappointed with the cell phone.
Buddy, I know I don't have any fans or any followers.
What? You've got 4K. I mean, you're only getting 100 views on this compared to the thousands that you were getting before when you were uploading the Word of God translated into Russian. But you have got fans and followers.
Curious Cat
Big ups,
Centipedes.
so have I.
Evening Nutters.
Big ups, Curious Cat.
Super Chuffer owes 10 hugs.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's very generous of you. Thank you. Evening Nutters. We're the Nutters for watching this stuff. But John, he does have followers, doesn't he? He does have people that watch and comment. And we've been, Dover and Dolly's mom especially, has been commenting. And I've been trying to encourage him, like, to maybe even come on and do a, like, you know, talk to me live on the channel. But he doesn't seem to respond. Seems in a bit of a disappointed phase here now, doesn't he, about this?
Just got people that are curious.
Oh, I see. He's right there, though. No, I'm not a follower in terms of like a religious devotee to the Church of Bob, but I am curious, yes.
Anyway, it is May the 27th, 2024. It's the day after Memorial Day, and I got up and I cut the grass. Anyway, I've got some nice, neat phones. Big.
What's in the back behind him? Is that a big bag of popcorn or something? What's that?
Screen. Lots of storage. I mean, what supposedly is supposed to be the top of the line, the phone to buy, the phone of phones. And it's turning out that they're making horrible videos. And videos is what I want the phone 90% of the time for. And here's what God said.
Did God lean in and do the face?
God said, if it is making calls, it is doing its job.
So God's happy with the phone because it's good at phone calls. I mean, the videos, are they bad?
Well,
you're doing the videos.
Might be right, but I wanted to do other jobs. Don't you? Well, anyway, I'll leave you with money talks, but it can't sing and dance and it can't walk. As long as I have you here with me, I'd much rather be forever in blue jeans, babe.
What? Okay, that took. I got there from the blog, which wanted me to go and watch this particular one. Oh, I love it when he puts all the words on there. The holiest van on earth, the holy van of God. God entered in the holy Bobby Hickman Ministry of Dreams. He's got words on the video and the yes. This video is 8 months old as well, so I don't know why he's recently put this on the blog, but So he's looking over his own content. Wait. The blog post was... Look at all the words on it. He's put a load of words on here. These are words from that book, because I recognise them. I've got the book. Fuck. I bought the book and he's published it all here, and I could have just read it off here. No, it's good to have the book. Bob, what's going on here? Is this your blog? Look at it, it's just fucking endless. Posted by Bob Hickman. God enters into my body and end times begin at 11:52 a.m. 2024, the 9th, like 15th, like recently. It's fucking. 2024 September, 39 posts. 39 posts in September. This one's called I Have Had a Gay Relationships. This one's called this post says I have had gay relationships with men and women after God entered into my body like a body my same size, Holy Ghost baptism. And again, it's just his entire book. I know it's his entire book because I've got it and I've read it. Published underneath that link to the video on YouTube. And it's the same video as before. He's reposting the same video with a different title and the entire link to the entire book. Don't quite know where to look now. I have these variety of different channels that we've been offered. Which one should I look at most? About the shorts. Is this a modern? This is a modern short as well, isn't it? He's off to help the hurricane. Careful, careful.
Greetings. It is September the 26th, 2024. God entered into my body like a body my same size. Holy Ghost baptism. I'm seeing visions right now. The trucking company I work for wants to know if I want to go down and participate in Hurricane Helene release in the semi-truck. That means I wouldn't know. It would be the most rewarding thing I've ever done in my life. Let's see what God has to say about it. I saw Jesus in visions. He shook no.
Jesus shook no. Should he go and help? He might come and help with the hurricane, so you might be on, you might bump into him. And that hair comes all the way from the back. It's a comb forward, that is.
Tell them now, hear the word of the Lord. They need people to stay there.
It's raining again.
It will go past 3 months.
Seb sent tippies. Greetings. Love and light as always.
Pick up Seb.
Like and subscribe. Cox. Super Chuffer owes 3 hugs.
Thanks very much. Bang that like button. Bang that like. Bang that like button.
Bang.
Bang it like.
Bang.
Peter Folding would.
Bang.
Bang it.
Bang.
Llamas.
Same. The exact same.
I'm a cat.
And you will be tired of it. And you will not have anybody when you come back. It'll cost me my relationship, so I have to say no. But I'd love to do it.
His relationship? What relationship? Bob hides things.
About my same size. It is July 25th, 2024, and I drove the truck last night. Had to pick up a driver that was running out of time, and he drove my car back. I drove the truck back, delivered the load, took it back to the yard. God entered into my body like a body my same size.
Hang on, that's fucked, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, just this is about trucking now, but you had to go and pick up a driver because obviously they're time cards, so you can't just drive indefinitely because you'll fall asleep at the wheel and then you'll crash. So they limit your driving time, yeah? And so the driver was going to run out of time. So what they're going to do? Just pull over the truck and just park at the side of the road and fall asleep? Like, yeah? Or someone can take over, can't they? The load needs to get where it needs to go. So Bob was drafted in at the last minute. He drove his car up there. He took over driving the truck. Fair enough. The driver of the truck, who shouldn't be driving anymore because they've been driving for like 12 hours straight or whatever, got in Bob's car and drove it home. And Bob's car's got "I entered into my body like a body the same size" painted all over it. And the truck driver hasn't slept for like 12 hours and he's got to drive that fucking thing. That doesn't sound right in itself, does it? Like, there should be, like, there's laws about the truck driver driving any further in his truck, but there's no laws about him driving just generally. And, like, imagine his dismay when Bob turns up and he's got all that paint. What the fuck's he going to think? What would the truck driver say? Like, what would he say when he's like, "You expect me to drive this with this painted up all the side?" Big ups Teresa. Dancing like Paul and Arnott. Big ups Everest. Like, what are you going to... I'd just get a taxi. I'd just be like... But then you've got to drive his car because he's there taking over from the truck. You can't leave his car. Like, you just... What? That was a little while ago, though. That was a little while ago. So he's uploading inconsistently, but on all the different channels as well.
God entered into my body like a body my same size. It is September 26, 2024.
I'm just going to pause that there, and there it doesn't look like you can see his weenus, but I think if he moves around it looks like it might be. I don't know. It might just be the flap of his shirt or something. I'm just going to pause that there and just not look at it while I just check it.
Summer is ending. I'm about to start working either at the job I already have or a brand new one.
I don't know. I don't think we can watch that one. Like, you can't see it there, really, can you? Because it's grey on grey and stuff. When it's moving around, there was like a grey blob that looked a bit like a weenus. It's probably not a weenus, all right, for the sake of YouTube. It's probably not a weenus. It can't be, can it? Because I'm already watching. This is on YouTube. I'm watching a YouTube short. So if it was a bad weenus, then YouTube wouldn't put it on YouTube Shorts, would they? So we'll just say that.
I'm a cat.
He drives a truck. Yeah, he drives a truck for FedEx. He used to, but I don't know. He goes contract work, and he basically, it's big trucks, long haul across Illinois. He doesn't, like, when he drives for FedEx, he's not turning up at your house with a package. Like, that's not going to happen. Well, he might turn up at your house with a package, but he's not for FedEx. He's got trousers on this one.
God entered into my body like a body my same size. Today is September the 14th, 2024, and man, it is nice to lose weight. A week from now, I'll probably be showing you.
He does shoot a lot of these videos in this fucking awful grotty basement.
A big old belly hanging over, but I'm not right now. So, you know, I was gaining weight. It was out of control. I didn't see no end to it in sight. So one night before I went to bed, I took some thermogenic herbs, and they worked. They were dollar store apple cider vinegar weight loss tablets, and they worked. That's all I can say. They didn't keep me up all night, but they got my heart going like that, and that's where it started. And now, gosh, I'm almost thinner than I've been in 10 years. God entered into my body like a body.
Sounds. He said he took a load of tablets, herbal tablets from the dollar store, and they made his heart go like nuts, and then he was thinner the next day. And he never looks like he's put on weight or anything in these videos, so I don't know what he's talking about. But then again, I don't know what he's talking about.
When you work for a staffing company, you just never know.
So he works for a staffing company.
What account they're going to ask you to do. You just never know, do you?
And he's not driving for Walmart. This is a toy car. Like, this is a toy. He's not driving for Walmart. He's tried to make it look like he's driving that truck.
When you work for a staffing company, you just never know what account they're going to ask you to do.
This is particularly strange, isn't it? He's not driving, like, usually he shows you a truck and says, I'm driving this truck. But maybe he's not driving the truck because, like, you know, maybe he's just turning up at the fucking company and standing next to a truck. Because he wasn't driving that truck because it was a toy truck. So that was weird.
God entered into my body.
It's like, these are videos of him, like, at a truck stop with the semi-trucks. Like, could it be possible that he doesn't drive a truck but instead just goes and hangs out at the truck stop?
Like a body my same size. Can you believe this lawlessness that's going on? God entered into my body like a body my same size. Can you believe this lawlessness that's going on?
Burning semi-truck being chased by 3 Indiana State Police officers hauling marijuana and cocaine. Truck driver exercise, look.
God entered into my body like a body my same size.
I'm wondering, like, he spends a lot of time in these toilets, the truck driver toilets.
It's Sunday, July the 28th, 29th, something like that. It's kind of neat to be a truck driver and be thin like that, but it takes a lot of exercise. Oh, if you don't...
He's not wearing any shoes.
Exercise, you can't drive a semi-truck and stay thin. Anyway, I hope I keep it for at least a day, because I'm always hungry. God entered into my body like a body my same size. God entered into my body like a body my same size. It's September the 19th, it's Friday, 2024, and I'm calling on another job today. It's a container, pulling containers. We'll see, I don't know. I called the guy.
I do trust him. He says about it all the time. He's got a FedEx t-shirt. I trust that he drives the big trucks.
Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. I don't think he can speak English. But if he does speak it, I don't think it's very well.
Who was that? Was that him saying that?
We'll see, I don't know. I called the guy and... Hello? Hello? I can't hear you. I don't think he can speak English. But if he does speak it, I don't think it's very well. I don't think he can understand what I'm saying. Anyway, God...
I hope that wasn't someone he kidnapped. Yeah, in terms of truck drivers being serial killers and stuff, like, this doesn't feel you full of... but, like, imagine going in the toilets at the truck stop and Bob's in there. And, like, you're a truck driver and you're not a serial killer. Like, and Bob's in there.
When you work for a staffing company...
That one didn't work for some reason.
Greetings, it's August the 13th, 15th, 17th, 2024, something like that. I'm inside my Dodge Caravan. Do you think this is cool? The woman I see put these blankets in the back seat. I can take this back seat out and have way more room back here. It was God's idea to take the back seats out of the vans for purposes of things that I do with women, not having to take them inside the house. At least until we get to know each other a little bit better. Anyway, I'm seeing visions from God right now. What does God have to say about anything? I'll let him pick what he talks about. Tell him now, hear the word of the Lord. Everybody wants money. And greetings.
Well, we cut God off there, but interesting that Bob decides to take ladies into this van instead of his house. And how many ladies? And what the fuck? Is it good that he's in a car park, like hunkered down with all these sleeping bags in a car park in a minivan like that, or whatever it's called? Like, is that good?
I'm inside my Dodge Caravan right now. This is cool. And no, I don't live here. But I was just wondering, do you think I sound like some of the Beatles?
No.
Let me see.
George Harrison sings like, and I look at you all, and I see. I don't know the words. But my guitar gently weeps. John Lennon sings like, I read the news today, oh boy.
That did sound a bit like John Lennon. I've read the news. I did that. Is it schizoaffective disorder? I'm not, qualified to diagnose. Like, it could be. Should you be ridiculing someone who's got schizophrenia? Maybe not. Is he on YouTube being a fucking full-on, like, proper, like, hell-bent whack job? Yeah. And, like, the religious element to it, and it's possible that something happened, like, when his wife died and he fell apart, and he wasn't like this before. Like, that's possible. I'd like to know, and I think he should seek some professional help. If you give me the choice, I mean, I think if he was in the UK, there would be an argument. I don't know what it's like in America, but there'd be an argument for having him sectioned, which would be mental health people decide that he's fucking mad, and then they give him injections and put him in a mental place, and he can't leave until they decide he ain't so mad anymore. And that might not be what he wants to do in his life. And some people might question the ethics and and all that. Like, I've got a friend who was bipolar, is bipolar, and like, they've been, I think they were sectioned once. Like, they had a proper issue, like they had a proper thing happen. I don't know if I should, I'm not telling you their names or anything, but I feel weird about telling people's personal business on the internet like that. But he's a good enough friend that I know him, that I could even maybe get him on the stream one day to talk about it, maybe. Depending on how he feels about it. But, I'm pretty sure he had a bad time when that happened. I'm pretty sure he wasn't having a good time in there. But yeah, like, it's for people's own benefit, isn't it? Like, ultimately, I think he would be having a better time having gone through that process than not. So, like, the process of being in the mental health institution, with some recovery and getting better, I think that's probably a good thing for them. People that go through these sort of things, maybe. In America, it might be different. It might just be stuff about freedom and, I don't know what goes on in America. Do you have I suppose different states as well, isn't it? Like, healthcare's different, but like, if people are having, you would consider this a mental health issue, wouldn't you? I suppose, yeah. I see it as some sort of delusional. I'm not qualified to diagnose, am I? But I see it as some sort of delusional, not narcissism, but there's a religious delusion going on here. And in America, you've got some people who are really heavy, religious, and you might even say delusional to a point, but they get away with it because it's away with it. I don't know. You know what I mean? In America, you've got this big important thing about freedom and God and free speech and rights and all that. That if someone was really hell-bent, but really committed to this particular take on religion, and God, because Bob talks about God so often and it's all religious to him, I wonder whether the lines are drawn if you can, if it's just his personal religious freedom to express himself like this, even if you see it as schizoaffective disorder or whatever. Maybe he's on meth, maybe he's doing something like that. Maybe it's that. Don't forget the Allen part you promised at the start. Which part? I showed a bit of Allen at the start. I showed it. That was all the Allen I wanted to see. Is there any more Allen? Is he doing anything else? What else should I show?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he's batshit crazy, and it's good enough for me to be on Nutterwatch. Benign, malicious, I don't know. The bits where he's hanging out in the toilets. Oh, he did talk about wanting to meet kids in the toilets. I didn't like that. He literally said it once. So that was bad. But otherwise, he's just, he's on the carousel. We check in with Bob and see what he's doing. I'm not, I don't feel any guilt about, it's not like a mental health issue, and therefore I should just be really careful about it. No, none of that. He's a fully grown lad who's doing this on the internet. Bob is Bob. Bob is Bob.
Hey.
Crack, meth, yeah, they're both things that you can smoke, and they both send you nuts like this, yeah.
Jude. They all have beautiful voices. Don't be a star. Let me try it again. Hey, Jude. Don't be a star. I don't know. Maybe I sound the same on all of them. I'm inside my Dodge Caravan right now. This
Like, do you know what's weird about it as well? Is like, if you watch too much of it in one sitting, it all just blurs into one. All these shorts of him just dancing around in the basement. I like the variety in them, and every now and then you'll get a real killer one that's like really, you know, important to watch in a way. But like, it's one of these where it's hard to just sort of like watch it every week all the way through. Keeping up with some of this is hard because it's so chaotic and but also similar over and over again. Some of these. So it is nice to check in and out with Bob, like in and out. What's this?
Greetings, I'm at the truck stop in Illinois.
So yeah, he is dressed up in the thing and he is driving the truck, isn't he?
And it's maybe June the 2nd, 2000.
Kat asked you to write. What was it you wanted me to put on? What Alan thing did I miss? I can't remember what it was that I'm supposed to... Like I said at the start, Alan's done TikToks. We covered a bit, like we obviously covered on Wednesday his recent Rumble, and then his TikToks are all political and shit, and we looked at them a little bit, and I covered one of his new ones and so showed you how it was Sky News
24.
Can we see one? We can have another look at some Alan TikToks before we go, yeah.
And I'm tired. I just drove 250 miles. It's exactly 250 miles. It might be 251. It might be 252, but it's not 249. But this shift starts at 4 o'clock in the morning, and that means I have to get up at 3:15. And I'm usually awake before the alarm clock goes off, but gosh, you don't really sleep. You just lay down and doze off and wake up. And anyway, I'm going to...
Anyway, you're supposed to sleep because it's really important for driving the fucking truck. It doesn't fill me full of confidence, this. Bob driving around in the truck, like only allowed a certain hours of truck driving because it's important, otherwise you might fall asleep at the wheel, but having not slept all night the night before.
Show you my truck. I unhooked it. You know, I'm kind of stunned. I buy a nice phone, and it seems to be more difficult to use than the unnice ones, the cheap ones. Here, I'll get out. Greetings, I'm at the truck.
Got out and made a noise and then that was that. Hang on, what's this?
While I was riding my bike last night, I made a new friend. This rabbit didn't seem to fight me when I went to pick it up. And normally they would run, but this one was a little bit different than all
It looks like a domestic pet rabbit. Someone's missing their pet rabbit.
the rest. Anyway, this rabbit, I see visions of God, and God talks to me about this rabbit. It slept with me in the bed last night. Let's go over and kind of play with it just a little bit. It's a people rabbit. Come on, come here, bunny. Come on. Hey, come on. Hi, bunny. Hi there. Hi. Hi, bunny. Oh, little bunny, bunny, bunny. Anyway, I don't have a name for the rabbit. I guess I'll just call it Bunny.
Right, and it didn't feature again in your content, ever. So, what happened to the rabbit?
Greetings, God entered into my body like a body my same size. Good news is my hair's grown back. I gave myself the worst haircut that you could possibly give. Bad news is I was wearing this shirt last night at the library. This pocket earlier in the day gave out. So what I was doing was putting my phone down because it wouldn't stay in the pocket. So I left it at the library. And I'm going back to get it. They open at 10. It's like 9:10 right now. And there's a chance. If I'm the only one there, I'll probably get it back unless somebody from the library kept it. Because I was the last one at the library last night. But if there's 2 or 3 people wanting to go into the library, and I'm last in line,
and one of them gets to it before I do, there's a chance I won't get it back. Greetings,
So how are you recording this? And what the fuck is this in your basement? Like, yeah. If there's one place you will catch Bob intermittently, but, you know, sporadically, periodically, but regularly, it's the library. And I don't know which library, but Illinois must have a limited amount of libraries. And Bob does like to go to the library. I don't know what to say about it all now. It's starting to break my brain. So I think, like, you wanted to Alan's TikTok again. I don't know why you want that. I wanted to finish with English Eats, but let's see Alan's TikTok again. I don't know if there's anything of value to glean from it any further. Like, this was the one we were watching.
Breaking news from the Labour Party conference. The conference itself has voted to reverse the cut to winter fuel allowances. 1945 Labour manifesto.
Like, he literally just reads the Sky News.
Which is written, by the way, in the shadow of death, destruction and death, called by years of war. The national debt then was 3 times higher than there anymore. It's the first one for 15 years that they've been in government. And it overshadows everything.
So, like, there's nothing in that. Like, we watched his more recent ones on Twitch the other day, and we caught up with them on Wednesday a little bit, but you know, we saw his Socrates one there. Like, you could pick and choose out of this which horrible rhetoric you want to have to suffer through, but I don't really want to suffer through any of them, you know.
Mr. Starmer, are you backtracking on Rwanda? Let me remind you what you said about the Rwanda policy. British
Alan, we can literally see the reflection of your laptop that you're reading this from.
Opposition leader, which he was 12 weeks ago.
Like, you know, on his show when he just reads the news and covers the news, yeah? Like, at least he has the good grace to put the fucking news on so you can see it and hear them saying it. TikTok is him reading the Sky News website without quoting source. Like, who would be dull enough to want to watch somebody on TikTok read the newspaper out loud? It's just... like, unless you've got a problem with your vision, like, here's all the right-wing fucking Sky News, and we caught, you know, I showed you the Sky News article he was reading from in the last one, right? Alan's gone on about how these people can't be trusted, hasn't he? Like, about how the mainstream can't be trusted. He's gone on about that now, and now we're fucking just reading it out from the Sky News. Like, his speak and spell, it's just shit.
Said, if the government's Rwanda policy becomes law, which it did.
I can't find much value in this. Is there something specific you wanted out of his TikTok? Because I will play it for you if you want, but otherwise I'm voting no more of this anymore, please. But what I will do is, if you're thinking about your dinner and your tea there in the chat, look, Seb's thinking about his tea. I've got this as well. I've got this. I was following English Eats' journey through his Chinese meal, but he's uploaded a brand new one 2 hours ago, so I thought we'd have a look at that. And maybe even one of his food challenges, because I like English Eats, and like, this is like a section of the show where it's not a bad nutter, where it's someone that might, like, you know, just time out if you're watching this English Eats. Dean, I don't think you're an arsehole. Like, it's just a bit of fun to watch you eat food and talk. So I'll just quickly look at this, and then we'll have a look at one of his challenges before we go.
So I do apologise sincerely. So shout out to Nana Skids. Hope you and the grandkids are going well.
Nana Skids.
Another shout out to Ryan John Allen. Shout out to you, man. Thank you for watching the vids. So yeah, let's give this a little taste. That's actually not bad, you know.
It's Spanish chicken and potato.
Funny thing is, if I ever did become a big channel, I think the first merch I probably would sell is like t-shirts and stuff, and on it would say that's not bad, you know. Because when I have something I like, I do say that a lot.
Nana Skids. Everyone liked Nana Skids in chat, didn't you? You all like Nana Skids.
I had a phone call today. An Indian guy called Sam. That is the first red flag.
What it probably is his name's probably something like Samir, or like something less easy for British people, of like, you know, less easy, so easier on, like, you know, like people shorten their names, so his name's probably like Samir or something and he just shortens it to Sam. Like, I don't think it's a red flag.
Yeah, there's like, oh, I'm calling from Sky. You know, you're a valued customer. We want to offer you 40% discount. And I was like, oh, is it like the last phone call I had where you offered me 30% discount, but you wanted me to give you my login details of Sky?
Oh, is it?
I said,
oh, is it one of them? Right, yeah, that does seem like a red flag then, yeah. Like, although it could have been Sky trying to give him a new... I don't know what the situation is with that shit. Like, once every now and then when it comes to contract time, we will ring the people and contact them and say, I am going to be putting my telly thing on. Do you want to make me an offer? But we don't have Sky ringing us up all the time. I don't know. Like, what do you think in chat? Do the telly people call you up, offering you stuff? Is he giving Sky a load of shit because they are... he's thinking they're scammers and they're not, or is it actually scammers?
Absolute...
How would they get his number?
Scumbag. How dare you? You are vile. You know, you are vile.
I hope it wasn't just someone who worked at a call centre doing their fucking... Like, how annoying to have to call people up in the call centre day in, day out as a basic premise anyway, without them giving you loads of shit, even though you actually work for Sky and are trying to give them a discount.
Pathetic, disgusting scumbags. And then he was like, F-U-N, and I'm like, I'm white. He's like, F-U-N, and I'm like...
That sounds like a troll, actually.
They are the lowest of the low. Those people who want to call up and scam.
Just don't answer the phone.
People out their money, vile, absolutely vile.
I know what I'm saying there sounds a bit mad, yeah? But like, if someone wants to get in contact with you, they can text you, like, as well, like these days, especially if it's a mobile number. And like, if you answer the phone, it's one of those caller people. You just hang up immediately, don't you? Yeah. Like, so there's that. But I tend to not answer the phone, and most people leave me a message. My answer phone message. You're never gonna get my phone number, so it doesn't matter, does it? My answer phone message is, "Hi, this is Scott. I'm not going to reply to this answer phone message, so don't bother leaving one. I don't even check the thing. But if it's really important, then you should leave one, because you can then, you know, that's basically what it says." So most people I don't think you need to get so eggy about this, Dean. I think you should just chill. You shouldn't be arguing with them and having a row with them on the phone about it. You should have hung up before you got to that, because you're wasting your own time. But yeah. Vile.
How they can sit there and look themselves in the mirror. Disgusting people.
There's some good channels on YouTube. There are some good, interesting channels on YouTube that cover the Indian call centre scammers. They do exist, and like the scammers do, and the channels that cover them, and they like scam the scammers. It's quite good stuff.
And it's crazy because
it's got right on his egg, hasn't it? This
owning other people's numbers now. like, because it was called from a UK number. And we all know he's in a call centre in India. But, yeah. Like, oh.
I mean, there's a website as well, like if you get a phone number that you're not sure of, then type it into Google, and a website called like findthisnumber.com or whatever will tell you if it's a call centre scam. Like other people will search it up and report it and stuff. So you can find out that way, and you can probably find out quite quick, like while the phone's ringing. Like, it was a UK mobile number. This is English Eats, and Dean's all right usually. Like he has his ups and downs, but he's a mukbanger. You know how we watch Foodie Beauty eat a load of food. There's different mukbangers out there, and Dean's one that's caught my attention. And I feel like he's on Nutterwatch, but not as a bad nutter that's a grifter, not as a bad nutter that's like, you know, I have my own ethical and vegan perspective on eating a load of junk food on the internet, but Dean himself is not like a terrible person. Like, he's not coming across that well right now, and I appreciate it. I put him on Nutterwatch, so you might assume he's just one of the bad nutters, but he's not one of the bad nutters. He's one. I'd call him more of an eccentric. Let's call him an eccentric.
And it was I had a phone call last week. It was a woman, an Indian woman this time, last week.
I'm not sure where we're going with this Indian thing. Maybe it is because call centres from India are doing scams, or maybe, like, I hope he's not got, like, you know, if he turns out to be a bad racist, then I'll just like say he's a bad racist, won't I? I do notice that my memory on my computer is really clocking over at the moment. Something's open on my Firefox, which is like causing a memory hole or some shit, in the words of Darkside Phil. So I could either reset Firefox real quick and cross our fingers that we still roll, or we'll finish soon. If it starts to go choppy, I'll just end the stream, you know, I'll finish, sort of thing. So watch out for that.
And she was offering me 30% off. But yeah, and she was like, "Oh, can you give me can you give me your login details?"
Right, obviously no, yeah.
And then I was like, "What?"
Obviously that's definitely a scam then, yeah.
No, I said, and that's when I turned on her as well. Her name was Rachel.
And again, I wouldn't turn it on her. I would just immediately hang up, or like take the number and report it to Ofcom or wherever they could report it to. There's a number in the police officer to report this shit, and then just deal with that and move on. But he's talking to Rachel, Indian Rachel.
Rachel with a thick Indian accent.
Maybe I'm too trusting. Obviously, I wouldn't assume that someone ringing me up from Sky was. I just wouldn't. Like I said, I wouldn't entertain any of that. If I want to call the companies, I'll call them. You don't need to call me at any point. The end. But if an Indian accent had a British sounding name, I wouldn't like. It wouldn't put it to me that I'd be like, oh my god, this is like really weird and bad. Like, but yeah.
Why? You know. It's a really thick Indian accent, so why not give yourself an Indian name? It don't have to be your name if you're a scammer.
The thing is, if I reset the browser to solve the memory problem, it might end the stream automatically anyway when I do that, so there's no point in doing it as a preemptive measure to not end the stream if it ends the stream, if you know what I mean.
You know, why they have to do a non-Indian name is crazy.
Probably to gain the trust of the people that they're talking to.
And yeah, she called me and was like, oh, 30% off, and I'm like, because first she was like, oh, how are you happy with your Sky internet? Is your internet dropping? Are you happy with it and all that sort of stuff? I was like, yeah, no, I'm happy with it. I'm fine. And she was like, oh, we're offering you 30% discount on your bills. And then she was like, oh, can you give me your login details so I can log in and put the discount on your account? And I'm like, no. I'm sorry? Do you want my login details? I said, never. Sky will never, ever ask me for my login details. And I went off on her and was like, you're vile. How can you sit there and look at yourself in the mirror? You're absolutely disgusting. Crazy. It's probably from the same call centre.
And probably
that I got the guy.
Probably once they get you and your egg up, they probably just call you back just for like on their lunch break now, don't they? Just to fuck with you because you give them loads of shit on the phone.
As well, and they was like, oh, and she was like, oh, don't worry, you don't have to give us the login details over the phone. We can send you an email, and you can log in through the email. Like you can click the link in the email, and you can log into your account through that. And I'm like, yeah, there's not much lower.
He's right though, listen, he is right. These are scumbags, the people that are calling him, trying to scam him. They are scumbags, he is right. I just don't... I know why he's eggy about it, but I don't know why he's so eggy about it, if you know what I mean. Like, I think it's worth just letting that one go.
Like, these scumbag, scam callers.
He's getting into his dinner now, he's getting eggy about it.
And I've seen videos on YouTube of people scamming. When the guy was on the phone to
Kit Boga.
He was scamming the scammers or something.
Yeah, Kit Boga. Good, you've seen it. You'd enjoy that. And there's another couple that are doing it now with similar technology and similar style that are clearly Kit Boga inspired. Fair play to them. Yeah. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's Kitboga, Kit Boga.
And the guy...
And it's like this.
There are scammers.
They're quite long. I want a short. Well, he's done shorts, hasn't he? He puts on funny voices, and he scams the scammer. So they think that he's got loads of money, and then he's going to accidentally, I've spent the money on the wrong website, or I put the wrong details in, and the scammers get really cross because they get right to the point of getting the money, and then he pretends that he's fucked it up. So
this scammer thinks I'm about to send him $455,000 worth of Bitcoin, but I typed the wrong wallet address.
Why didn't you copy and paste? Might be you typed something wrong.
No, I double checked it.
Where is 3? You typed the wrong address. I gave you the right address. Still, you typed the wrong address.
BGKP, 3GK.
Where the B is coming from?
I don't know. I could have swore. I know I typed it right.
Call the support and tell them that was not the right address.
How could you mess up this badly?
I already gave you the right address. You made the mistake.
Why did you do that, Joe? Why'd you pick a 3? It looks just like a B.
You did it, damn. Literally, you are the most idiotic, most dumb, most mother... I have literally no words at the moment, and I'm that much angry. $450,000. Are you serious right now?
And you're right in chat as well about Jim. What's his name? Jim Browning. Yeah, a British guy who does a very dry voiceover while he hacks into the call centres and stuff. He did a really serious and really impressive hack into the call centres, didn't he? Yeah. So there are some good people doing this on the internet, and there's a lady doing it as well, but not to be sexist, but I don't know who she is.
There are scammers.
So yeah, at least he can go and watch that and not feel as bad. Let's search for a challenge. A water challenge. Okay, let's have a look at a challenge before we go, because I think challenges are the best sort of, like when it comes to food content and mukbanging, like eating a load of stuff as a challenge, I think that's where it's at, isn't it? 15 pot noodles. 15 pot noodles. Calm down with the music.
What's funny here?
Much quieter on the video than the music.
I'm not worried about the quantity.
Background music's going. I'm going to boost him up.
It's more about the salt. I've got loads here. I've got chicken mushroom, original curry, Thai green curry, Chinese chow mein, sweet and sour, sticky rib, chicken korma, jerk chicken, Bombay bad boy, barbecue pulled pork, beef and tomato, and I've also got 4 of these world flavours pot noodle. This one is Thai red curry. This one is Malaysian laksa, and the other one here is called Jamaican miso noodle soup and Vietnamese beef po or PHO.
So amazingly, there are 15 different flavours of pot fucking noodle. Because I'd have thought a way to do this would have, like, I appreciate the variety of the noodles, and he's going to eat 15 different ones, and that he likes a variety of taste when he's doing these challenges, because he thinks that one taste over and over again is harder to eat, it gets boring, whereas a variety of taste is more interesting for him. I get that, but it might have been easier, and another way of looking at this is it might have been easier just to make 15 of the green ones in one big bowl. Because you're not going to mix all the flavours together in one bowl, are you? And he's going to mix them all together in his tummy. So I might have said like 1 or 2 or 3 different flavours, you know, big bowl, 3 big bowls, whatever, and do it that way rather than 15 different pot noodles. But 15 different pot noodles, or if you're in America, cup noodle.
I've got to do, I'll take this.
And how are you going to set this up? Are you going to boil a big kettle and like pour them all in? Like you're going to pour them and move, pour them and move, pour them and move. Like, you know, pour, eat, or pour them. I'd just get them all poured in, wouldn't you? Get them all set up and then start eating.
Off for you so you can see.
I'm skipping this.
This one is like a...
Yeah, I get it. It's a different
welcome
kind of
back.
And oh, he's skipping it as well.
Second.
Good.
Hello guys and welcome back. That took quite a bit of time. Yeah, I think it was a mistake doing the Asian street style because they need a lot more water. These ones are like a soup. So
yeah, that was probably a mistake.
Even though they're done.
It's a variable we didn't need to contend with. But also, it takes a long time to set them all up, but like they're all different flavours, aren't they? And you haven't got the lids. I usually put the lid back on and leave it to cover to sit, but I haven't got the lids on any of them. But I think it would have been easier if, like, part of me is screaming inside that he should have just got like 5 of the green ones, put them all in a bowl, poured the water on. But yeah, this is a way to go.
A lot of water.
It's quite an impressive look as well, all these cups.
So I'm not looking forward to them.
Not looking forward to them. I really think this is like these sort of challenges is much like these days he's doing the regular mukbangs, but why no challenges? Why no regular challenges? Like, even if I know he's not supposed to eat all this amount of salt and it's bad for him and all that I complain about, but even if you did the same challenge once every month and repeated it over and over again to improve your score, your time, whatever, like there's endless challenges as well. Challenges are the way to go.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you each one. I'm going to taste it, tell you what I think of it. Because the only one I've had is chicken and mushroom.
What I want you to do is scarf them all as quick as you can. What are you on about?
So I'm going to taste it.
Taste it and all that. That's a mukbang. This is called a challenge.
Tell you what I think of it. And then I will fast forward through me finishing the pot noodle. I'll show you it's empty. And then so on and so forth. Right, so let's go for whichever one this is. This one is original curry. I put the sauce on there, as you can see, as well. So we'll try this original curry.
I don't like the thing is as well. You might have never had an original curry pot noodle, and you might be interested in his opinion on what it is. But me personally, I think I know what these things taste like because I've ate them, and I think most people would because I think they mostly sort of would. So I don't need him to explain it to me. I just want to see him scarf them all.
It's not too bad.
So I'm going on 2 times.
Thanks for tuning in. I hope you do enjoy this video. I'm not going to speak too much straight away because there's some decent music in the background, and I'll let you get back to it, and I'll speak to you soon.
He's speaking to me with some sex music while he's eating pot noodles.
Okay, I'm good. Let's go for whichever this one is. Okay, next we have Chinese chow mein. There's that one.
I get it. I know what it looks like. Eat it.
So it's like a treat up. Take an initial stab at it. Took me. Say what? 15 minutes. Because I had to boil the kettle 3 times.
You had to boil the kettle 3 times.
Oh, 1.7 litres.
1.7 litres of water.
Water. So it's like 4 litres of water.
Stop. just eat the noodles.
I like the fact it's got veg in there, but you can't really taste it, mate. Yeah, unfortunately, it did take 15 minutes to cook, so some have been sitting there for a lot longer than others. Unfortunately, I forgot which one was which. So go for them first.
Okay, 4 minutes into a 16-minute video. I'm going to skip. No, we're halfway through.
This one, chicken korma. This is one of the ones to
Korma now.
So far, yeah, stick with it. That's number one.
Okay, the way we're going to finish this is like this. I'm going to mute him and I'm going to speed him up, and he's just going to be eating noodles while we finish the show. And I'll play some Suno music before we go to finish the show. I can't remember which song we chose. Like, we were listening to these the other day, and we decided one of these was good and one of these was this, and I can't remember which one was what. But we've got a couple of new songs on the old Suno. Is it this one?
Aivan kyllä poika probin, but if you were metal at Charlie on top. Cherry, fake clothes, soft with cocaine, baked with cocaine, baked with cocaine, and a red cherry on top. Cherry, fake clothes, women online, red knickers on the line, red knickers all the time. Tickets please. A little Eddie, I'll get heavy, give you my cherry, ready, steady. A little Eddie, angry Eddie, sick, naughty, cherry, bake well. Just had a lovely cup of tea and a baked tart. Baked with cocaine, I'm Shuffer's bride. I've just had a lovely cup of tea and a baked tart. Cherry Bakewells, I love the chuffer. I've just had a lovely cup of tea and a baked tart. He's better than me, I'm rancid butter. I've just had a lovely cup of tea and a baked tart. A little Eddie, I'll get heavy, give you my cherry, ready, steady. A little Eddie, angry Eddie, sick, naughty. I've just had a lovely cup of tea with a baked tart.
Bang! 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 Now hold on, Lorraine.
I've just had a lovely cup of tea with a baked tart.
A little Eddie, I'll get heavy, give you my cherry, ready, steady. A little Eddie, angry Eddie, sick, naughty. I just wanna give me a passenger, opulence. Oh, just wanna be your passenger, a kiss. Oh, how I wish for a passenger. Good kiss, make me a baby in a windy house. Passenger, be my mommy, passenger.
She was up for a threesome, so who was the third? Would Chris do life in prison to protect his bird? I heard she can go like the clappers. That brown bikini goes right to my knackers.
Oh, 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 let me get behind you, Nico. Oh, 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 passenger, I'm addicted to your hold. Passenger gives me thrills. Passenger, I'm addicted to your hold. Passenger gives me thrills.
She's a devil, I need my tramadol pill.
Passenger gives me thrills. Passenger gives me thrills.
He was a sex magic, 9 times a day. The things I would do to that body. Thinking of how Nickel got away with murders gets me rock hard. True crime is my favorite hobby.
I'm in my armchair, jerking myself dry to all the most horrible things. I'm a sadist, wrote a thought called but cock rings and vinegar piss. Oh, 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 let me get behind you, Nico. Oh, 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 Kissinger, I'm addicted to your whole. Kissinger gives me thrill.
Hang on. Did we not finish them?
Baby, I'm a bird.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything sweet to counteract.
Salt, he says. So 15, 14, 13, 12. 12 is still quite a lot of pot noodles, and it's too much salt. But he's got 3 pot noodles that he's made that are just going to go to waste.
Unfortunately, I don't have anything
Cat wants so.
sweet to counteract.
What's his name? Dean does have a job. He doesn't want to tell everyone where he works because he's got trolls, but he does have a job.
I don't know why he wants to speak.
I'm not his troll. I think he's all right. And like I say, obviously I've got an opinion, and it's fun watching people eat food and that. But like, you know, as a human being, he's not intolerable. So yeah, that was a new Nicole Kessinger song that I've made called this is called Kessinger Gives Me Thrills, and it's really, really good.
Kissinger, I'm addicted to your whole. Kissinger gives me thrill. She's a devil, I need my tramadol pill. Kissinger gives me thrill. She was a sex magic, 9 times a day. The things I would do to that body. Thinking of how Nickel got away with murders gets me rock hard. Crime is my favorite hobby. I'm in my armchair, checking myself dry to all the most horrible things. I'm a sadist, gonna fuck all the cock rings and vinegar piss. Oh, 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 let me get behind you, Nickel. Oh, 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 Kissinger, I'm addicted to your whole. Kissinger gives me thrill.
I think you should like that. I think you like that.
Cherry bake balls, stuffed with cocaine, baked with cocaine, and a red cherry on top. Cherry bake balls, women online, red knickers on the line. Eddie, the cock tickets please. A little Eddie, a little Eddie. I'll get heavy, give you my cherry. Ready, steady, a little Eddie. Angry Eddie, sick, naughty. Cherry baked wells, I'm sick inside. Baked with cocaine, I'm Shuffer's pride. Ooh. Cherry baked wells, I love the chuffer.
I actually kind of think I'm inventing my own thing here, but there's something I quite like about the idea of him just like scarfing the food. Like when we watch these mukbangs, like, you know, we watch Foodie Beauty, for example. I should do another bit about her on this show again soon. Shouts out Curious Cat, who covers her with more consistency. The thing that we're doing is we're detracting their personality more than the fact that they're just big chuffers who eat a load of food. But for me, there is something negative about the role model. I've said it a million times every time we watch these people, but, you know, the role model of a person chuffing back a load of bad, unhealthy food, you know, on the internet. Like, you know, obviously I'm vegan, but like, but there is something I'm thinking that I would quite like about, like, when I'm watching them and trying to see the, you know, what people enjoy in it, because people do enjoy mukbangs, people do enjoy food challenge videos, and like some of the bigger mukbangers or food challenge video people are really big. Like, you know, Dean is referencing other people all the time in his content that he must know more about the spectrum of food creators because he probably watches more of them. But there are some that are doing quite well, you know, on it all. And the thing I like about what I'm trying to come around to say is the thing I like about it is watching them scarf all the food down. That's the good bit, isn't it? That's the main bit that I think, like, I'm like, go on, eat all the food, I suppose. Like, I should try and get into it. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, if you go to a football match and you're not interested, but someone says, come on, you know, try and get into it. You're like, go on then, try and score a goal. You know, I'm like trying to eat all the food. And what I quite like about it is now, just for the end of the show, is watching Dean on fast forward while I play my Cherry Bakewell songs. And like, just muting him and just putting the songs on.
Just better than me. I'm rice and butter. Man, a little eggy, a little Eddie. I'll get heavy, give you my cherry. Ready, steady, a little eggy, angry Eddie. Sick, nutty, tea. Get heavy, give you my cherry. Ready, steady, a little eggy, angry Eddie, sick, nutty. Cherry Bakewell, stuffed with cocaine, bacon cocaine, and the red cherry on top. Cherry Bakewell. Rainmakers on the line. Rainmakers all the time. Tickets please. A little eggy, a little Eddie. I'll get heavy. Give you my cherry. Ready, steady. A little eggy, angry Eddie.
I organ of poicoprobin, but if you were metal at Charlie on top.
Cherry Bakewells, stuffed with cocaine, baked with cocaine, baked with cocaine, and a red cherry on top. Cherry Bakewells, when you're online, red and
So you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty. We'll finish with folding in helicopter the way we started. And Dean's on a timer here, so we'll leave him eating his food. I'm impressed. That one's gone in 8 minutes. I think I'm impressed. I mean, I don't know what I feel, really. But 8 minutes for that one. And this is the carbonara then, I guess. And I can't, like, there's probably a certain quantity in that. I can't get my head around, like, you know, whether I could eat that in 8 minutes, whether it's good or not, or what to think about it really. But it's disappearing. Look, and it's going in his mouth. Look, penne pasta carbonara, 10 minutes on the clock.
Oh, the biggest jungle, the nicest jungle.
Thank you very much for all the tippies, all the memberships. Thank you very much for the people that upgrade or consistent, you know, keep up with the membership thing. Thank you very much for being here, for enjoying the show, and I'll be back with more like madness, guys, on Battery Exhausted, of course. There'll be more members content, there'll be more uploads, and Nutterwatch on the Fridays. Over on Super Chuffer, I don't know, probably most of you have seen it already, but there's a Nicola Bully episode, like I shouted out earlier, so you might want to go and check that out as well. A preview of the documentary. We ride into the weekend, and I can play Genshin Impact again. Yes, of course. I played Genshin Impact already today and did my dailies, so I might not be on late tonight, but who knows? I might be over on Twitch in a little bit after I've done some eating and some walking of a dog. So you be good, and if you can't be good, you're naughty.
Folding in helicopter. Pizza in helicopter.
Folding in
flying over.
Flying over. Folding in helicopter. Selector.
I just had a lovely cup of tea and a baked tart.
Bang! Bang!
Pizza in helicopter.
I'm a cat.
Folding in helicopter. Sussex to Manchester. Peter coming over. Manchester to Sussex. Little Peter with the biggest. Falling in helicopter. Peter in helicopter. Falling, flying over. Folding in helicopter. Folding in helicopter. Peter in helicopter. Folding, flying over. Folding in helicopter. Folding in helicopter. Peter in helicopter.